I can roll with the punches.
Good, because we're live.
Oh.
Yeah. Welcome, everyone. This is On Just Restart. That is Brandon from What About Nintendo, and tonight we're going to have our E3 pre-show. It's podcast number 79, and I'm going to give you a quick word from our partner, from myself. I am partnered with Audible, so if you're interested in listening to a whole bunch of amazing audiobooks, some of which cover awesome video game history books like Mario history, Sega history, check out the link in the description below to get a 30-day free trial. It's a really great package. Check it out. But without further ado, let's get into things here. So we're going to be talking about the Nintendo Direct tomorrow. Yes, there is a Square Enix conference going on right now, so I do not expect massive numbers, and the lifetime value of this particular podcast is, let's see, less than 12 hours. Right?
Yeah.
So, totally understand, I don't expect this to have a lot of views. I don't expect this to do really well. If it does, awesome. If it doesn't, that's cool. We're just chilling, we're having a good time, we love Nintendo. And so we're going to be talking about all night, Nintendo. I'm not particularly interested in watching the Square Enix conference. Whatever comes out, I'll just see the trailers of afterwards. Maybe you guys could even talk about it with us in the chat, and we can get like some sort of quick reactions if there's anything sort of crazy that happens throughout. But basically the plan for tonight is that we're going to try and bring up every game that could reasonably, or not even reasonably happen, but has a chance of appearing. And we're going to try and cover everything. So we're going to go over everything. I put out a list here. I'm going to read it out real quick. There's a lot. And there may be other things you may have, so try in the chat. Feel free to bring it up. If you have questions or opinions, it doesn't have to be a game. Just whatever you think you want us to talk about, bring it up in the chat. And Brandon, of course, if there's something I missed or something you want to bring it up whenever. What I'm going to do is simply kind of cross these off as we go throughout the night.
That's
and by the way, yeah, at first I tried to come up with like an unspecified order, but I decided it would be better if we just cross them off as we go.
Yeah, much more natural flow that way.
Exactly. So, but other disclaimer, guys, the Yellow Kazoo will also be joining us at some point tonight. She's busy right now at the moment, but she told me she'll probably be coming in later. So when she comes in, give her a great big hug and welcome, and make sure to check out her channel as well. Both of you guys, both Brandon and Yellow Kazoo, and not this envelope, their links are in the description below, so please check out their channels as well. Leaving a like will help out the stream. No, it won't. No, it will, but you know, I just mean, like, there's no way we're gonna get more views in the Square Enix conference, or like that's not happening. Yeah. But let me just kind of read over this list here. And by the way, guys in the chat, let me know how the audio's sounding and flowing, the background music, all that stuff. Let me know. So Metroid, right? We're gonna talk about Metroid. When I say Metroid, that could be more than just one Metroid game, right? The Metroid franchise. We're talking about Monolith Soft, which includes Xenoblade and perhaps other things. Mario, which is also very open-ended, right? We're going to talk about Mario Sports, which is also still very open-ended. We're going to be talking about Pokemon. Yes, we got the Pokemon Direct last week, I mean. We're talking about that because our thoughts are important, right? Maybe we'll start with that. Then there's some third-party stuff like maybe The Witcher, Dark Souls, Persona 5, Overwatch, and other things we could see. Monster Hunter, perhaps. We're going to talk about Town, finally, because we always forget about Town. I have it written down here so we don't forget to talk about Town this time. We're going to talk about Zelda, Luigi's Mansion 3, Animal Crossing, Fire Emblem, Pikmin, perhaps some sort of Nintendo racing game. There's several that there could maybe come, so hopefully we get to see one tomorrow, maybe. We're going to talk about Smash. Of course, we're going to talk about Smash. We always talk about Smash. That's important. We're going to talk about Microsoft. Yeah, we're going to talk about Microsoft as well. Funny, right? We're talking about Square, and we're talking about Retro Studios. And when I say Microsoft and Square, I mean in relation to Nintendo. So that's all the things I have listed here that we will talk about at some point, but I'm sure there are other potential things we may talk about that you guys may bring up in the chat, or Brandon or Yellow Kazoo, if you guys have any ideas. So we got a lot to cover. And we know that it's going to try to fit into like 40 minutes, right? We know it's going to be about 40 minutes tomorrow on that morning. And the thing is, right, like everything I mentioned, all of that will not be there. Some of it will be. Some of it won't be, right? So we're going to talk about all the possibilities and sort of maybe assign a likelihood to what we think might happen, right? Mm-hmm. And then tomorrow we'll know for sure, obviously. But let's first check in with the chat, see who's here. I assume no one because of the Square conference.
It's actually 10 people watching. I'm surprised. Thank you guys for choosing us over the Square conference.
Yes, thank you very much, my friends. Chris, hello there. You are very super today. You're always super. I'm just kidding. Science Joe, hello. Yes, please Metroid Prime Trilogy HD, but there are rumors of something else happening for Metroid instead. Maybe a 2D Metroid, which would disappoint me but excite me at the same time. So we'll talk about that. Mm-hmm. Computer Robots. I am back from outer space. Was I there? Or was I in another realm that's not even considered space? Consider that.
Ooh.
The Yellow Kazoo will be coming. She's just got some stuff to do. Yep. Sudden Grider, hello. Jamari Sanders Gaming, hello. Splatoon 2, the Splatoon 2 Splatfest. What team are you on? Oh, so I heard about the latest Splatfest announcement. I didn't watch the Splatfest announcement. I think it was Team Chaos or Team Order.
Yeah,
I haven't decided yet. I probably should play that one. I haven't played. I played the first one. I haven't played any since.
My guess is that this one is going to influence the story of Splatoon 3, like the first one, the Splatoon 1's last.
Splatoon 3 could be a thing.
It.
What if they announce Splatoon 3 tomorrow?
I think it's too early.
What is it though, Brandon? Is it though? Hold on.
It is.
Hold on. I agree, but I agree that I had zero expectation for Splatoon 3 tomorrow, but. Isn't it kind of coincidental that we're getting the announcement for the final Splatoon 2 Splatfest, like, this week, E3 week? So, like, it's almost like the Splatoon 2 run is done. Why is it done? Just so they can develop another game? Or so they can start working on Splatoon 3? And actually, I mean, if they are just only going to start working on it now, that means we have to wait at least a couple of years, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
especially if this final Splatfest has implications for the story of Splatoon 3, then that means that they don't have everything finalized for that even. So
right. Although I will say that I think it's possible to turn out a Splatoon 3 a year from now, right? If you look at what they do with Call of Duty, it's not. Well, they do have separate teams, so they would have had to have already been developing it for like a year. But considering that the DLC probably doesn't take up the entire development team, I wouldn't say it's out of the realm of possibility that Splatoon 3 could come out next year.
I think Splatoon 2 came out like 2 years or less after the final Splatfest. It was like a year and a half. I'd have to go back and check, but it wasn't that long. It was max like 2 years or so.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, I guess it's time period of 2 years we got. From now to 2 years, Splatoon 3 could launch anywhere in there.
Yeah, for sure. So I'm just going to put it out there because I said we're going to talk about every game that has a chance to be shown up tomorrow. Splatoon 3 is, I would say there's a chance. They would have had to have started development like immediately after finishing Splatoon 2 and still be making the DLC, of course, right, to show it off. But it's possible. Not likely. We both agree.
5% chance.
5%. We want to go with percentages here. Ooh, man, it's going to be tough for me. It's tough for me.
We can do 1 out of 10.
You have to really I have to hold myself accountable if I go by percentages.
Oh jeez.
If I do 1 to 5, like, or I was even thinking like 1 to 3, like 1 unlikely, 3, like let's do
1 to 3.
Let's compromise. Yeah, 1 to 10.
1 to 10. That sounds good. All right, then I'll give it a 1 out of 10. As bottom.
Wait. Wouldn't 1 be like? That's the lowest of the low?
Yes. I'm giving it a 1 out of 10% chance of it happening, because it's not going to happen.
So, would 1 imply 0%?
No. 0 means there's no chance. Okay. There is a 0 out of 10. So I'm saying 1 out of 10.
Alright, so it's 0 through 10, not 1 through 10. That's fair. That just helps my brain understand it better. There will be no zeros on this list because I think literally everything is possible, but the likelihood of something is, different, right? Like technically, right? I remember this is not Nintendo-y, it's more science-y, so bear with me, guys. But when the LHC was kind of popular, like I would say like 2009-ish to 2008-ish, right? Large Hadron Collider, right? It's like a science thing. I think being done somewhere in Germany where they basically have like a giant loop where they're shooting hadrons at each other, basically to try and simulate the beginning of the universe. This is a very layman's way of like saying it. I'm not a scientist. Bear with me. For those who are scientists and rolling their eyes, I'm sorry, but very layman, very normal person sort of basic understanding of it. They're shooting hadrons at each other to sort of simulate the beginning of the universe, or at least see something similar to what we think could have been the Big Bang, and maybe get a better understanding of what might have happened, right? Why is this relevant? Oh, right, now remember. People were freaking out, though, because technically, this Large Hadron Collider was shooting hadrons at each other to try to simulate a similar event to the Big Bang. It was creating microscopic black holes. They would dissipate immediately, right? But because people were hearing about this, the news were talking, it's like, oh my god, these people are creating microscopic black holes. Could this cause the end of the world? And because scientists have to speak objectively, right, and not speak like, you know, like objectively, they had to say the truth. Technically, yes, a microscopic black hole could have potentially like spun out of control and consumed the planet. That was technically possible.
Oh shit.
Technically possible. You have to understand, technically possible doesn't mean it's likely at all, right? It wasn't plausible, right? Possible, plausible are two different things, right? Plausible is like kind of actually something like a reasonable possibility. So, for example, they use an example like they said it was more likely. Someone said it was more likely that a space dragon could appear out of a rift in front of us than a microscopic black hole consuming the planet, right? So it's technically possible. Right, it's not impossible, but it's just it's not plausible. Does that make sense?
Yeah. All of a sudden, we just see Space Dragon. Just
so to make it relevant, I'm simply saying that literally everything is possible. Half-Life 3 could be announced exclusive for the Nintendo Switch tomorrow, but that's not reasonable at all, right? That's not going to happen. That's like a 0.001% or something, right? Splatoon 3 is more likely than that.
Yeah. I think I will give a 0 to anything I think is under 1%. I won't say that it's not possible, but it's just, you know, anything that's too crazy. But I don't think we'll even be talking about things that are zeros. I mean, zeros are like what you mentioned, Half-Life 3 being exclusive. We're not even probably going to bring those up.
Right. So I hope people didn't hate that dumb analogy you just made about hadrons and collisions and space dragons.
Oh, I like space dragons. Who doesn't like space dragons? Okay,
good. That was a real interview, by the way. I obviously paraphrased the hell out of it, but that was a real interview. So I would give Splatoon 3 a 3 out of 10.
What? 3?
Oh, you
3?
You're
tripping. You crazy.
Yes, I am. No, I'm not actually. But yeah, a 3 is pretty low, dude. 3. That's like. I mean, if you want to give it a percent.
No percentage. You're just complicating.
3. Yeah. 3. I said 3. There you go.
3. You said
3 is not like
you can't take it back.
Right.
It's on the internet.
Yeah, for sure.
Everyone saw it. All these people here, all 13 people watching, they saw.
We got 13. That's pretty good. So yeah, 3 is. You can hold me accountable to that. 3. That means it's way more likely that it won't happen tomorrow. So when it doesn't happen tomorrow, I will not be chastised, right? But if it does happen, people will be like, "Oh, he did bring it up, at least, right? He did bring it up." So you know, that's how this goes. So speaking of 3, you're gonna love this transition. 3E, Banjo 3E. Could we see Banjo 3E? And for those of you some of you may be saying, oh, there's no way Banjo 3E could happen. That would be a Microsoft thing. Why wasn't it at the Microsoft conference? Because, and I want to point this out, there's no way I'm going to be able to find it because we've done so many podcasts, but I know like a year or two ago I literally said, hey guys, I know this is crazy, it'll probably never happen, but what if Nintendo and Microsoft started working together? This is before we knew about them working together, by the way, and they collaborated on a Banjo 3E, and they based it somewhat off the Mario Odyssey engine. I said that, like, maybe 2 years ago, and I brought it up a couple times. So for those who have been watching for a long time, if you could vouch for that, I would appreciate it. If you could find where I said that the first time, that'd be amazing, but I really doubt you could, because there's been so many. I'm going to point it out just one more time now. I said that. Do I think it's going to happen? No, and if it does happen, I'm going to say I'm some sort of great prognosticator. No, because I talk about a whole bunch of stuff all the time that I would want to happen. So some of it will come true, a lot of it won't, right? But, you know, I'm just talking about Banjo 3. Can it happen? What do you think?
I think...
I think every 2 or 3 games we should check with the chat, by the way.
Okay. I think it is possible. I could see them wanting to announce it at Nintendo's conference if they announce Banjo-Kazooie for Smash, and just because I feel like it's a more Nintendo announcement that it, like, a more Nintendo audience would be more interested in than the Microsoft audience would. So I feel like it'd make a bigger stir in Nintendo's. So I could see that. I think I'll give it 3.
Ah. I also give it a 3.
Okay.
Because I wanted to give it a 4 going into this conversation, but Banjo 3 would like in terms of the way we're saying it, would be such an extraordinary thing.
Right.
Like I thought about compared to Splatoon 3, right? I feel good about my 3 with Splatoon 3 because I do think Splatoon 3 will happen, right? And we still have a few years left on the Switch. Either Splatoon 3 is like a Switch, like the next, like it could be like the next system's like launch title, right? But I thought about it, like Splatoon 3 will happen for sure, right? Banjo 3, and it will be on a Nintendo system. So that kind of gives it a fair bit of likelihood just right there, because it will eventually happen, right? And Splatoon 2's been out for a couple years already. But, you know, the other one, Banjo 3, Banjo-Tooie happened years ago, and it was from Rare, which is not owned by Nintendo, it's from Microsoft, and they don't really do games like that anymore at all. And the premise of Nintendo working so closely with a competitor, like, there's so many hoops for that to become a reality.
And it being announced at their E3 instead of Microsoft's.
I wanted to give it more, but when taken into consideration, I just gave it a 3, though. Why do we give it a 3? Like, compared to Splatoon 3, you know, like, why? Can you think of any reason why Banjo 3 is on the same, like, likelihood to us as Splatoon 3?
Mine's 3 times more likely.
Oh, you said, that's right, you did right. That's right, so that is a good point. That's a good point. That's me.
I think it's
gotta
more
myself.
I think it's more likely for me just because I feel like Splatoon 2 definitely has a lot of life and a lot of sales left to get. I think there's definitely I definitely think it's going to be at least over a year before that launches. I don't think they're going to want to show it this soon.
Okay.
But Banjo, there is the likelihood that that could actually be a thing. It kind of makes sense if Banjo's getting into Smash, that would happen on Nintendo's. Plus, you got the Nintendo audience probably being more interested. And so those are my reasons why I gave it a 3.
Yeah, I mean, like, there's been a lot of Banjo talk lately. A lot. Like, a lot of insiders have come out and said things, and Mario Odyssey hasn't had any DLC lately, and, you know, we haven't got any updates from Mario Odyssey, and we're closing on the 2-year mark for Odyssey. Theoretically, it could turn out. I'm not saying Banjo 3 would have made Banjo 3 instead of Odyssey 2, but I'm just, you know, considering all the Banjo momentum, basically, and the Microsoft relationship, I feel like that door has opened, right? I think that potential is there now, right? Well, if we go back 2 years ago, that was a pie-in-the-sky dream that would never happen. Now, it's still unlikely. It's still really unlikely, but it's possible. Like, it's not just possible, it's plausible, right? But still, you know, maybe not. I wouldn't bet money on it, right?
Oh, yeah.
So I think a 3. Yeah, I feel good about that one. So it'd be really cool. Now, we're going to use Banjo 3 to sort of dive into some of the more other Microsoft stuff, especially the one that's been rumored a lot. Banjo-Kazooie being in Smash Bros. Tomorrow. Before we do, let's check with the chat.
Okay.
Because we know that one's a doozy, right? That one's a doozy.
Yeah.
That might be the biggest announcement tomorrow. It really might be.
Yeah, that'd be insane.
So let's see where we left off here. Actually, chat's pretty active. You guys are surprising me.
Yeah, go chat.
Yeah. Science Joe hopes we don't get Splatoon 3 on Switch. The 5.0 update we probably talked about. Okay. Jacob 0x, what about Animal Crossing? Well, I think Animal Crossing will be shown off.
We'll probably talk all about that in another...
We will... Yes, we're going to get to Animal Crossing for sure. Don't worry, Jacob. And I do believe Animal Crossing will be there. A lot of people are talking about it being delayed. It's been reconfirmed for 2019 a couple times. Like, the most recent investors meeting was reconfirmed for 2019. So, I'd be surprised if it wasn't. But I'd be surprised, but so many people have this pessimistic narrative they've been building up. A lot of YouTubers as well. Maybe some of them have some inside information. Maybe that's just their personal concern, personal fear. Maybe they're just buying into the narrative that's been slowly growing about this. But when a game's been reconfirmed multiple times for a particular year, I find it hard to think that it's not going to happen. Like, look, Metroid Prime 4, I got to give it to you. I've been talking about this game for a while. I predicted it for 2018. I was completely wrong. But I predicted it for this year, and I'm completely wrong, right? But that game had its development restarted. Animal Crossing's development is not going to be restarted, right? And they never gave a specific year for Metroid Prime 4. Never. right? The moment they announced Animal Crossing, they gave us a year. They already had a plan in stone. They already had a schedule. They already had an idea when that game was coming out when they announced it, right? It wasn't like Metroid Prime 4 where they were just starting development and they announced it. Or, you know, like Animal Crossing has been in the works. So they have a much more structured plan. The chance of delays or mishaps or surprises are fairly unlikely. On top of that, just saying, but Animal Crossing has a pretty well-established formula, right? Would you agree with me?
Yeah.
I feel like for Animal Crossing, it's a lot harder for there to be screw-ups than, say, for something like Metroid Prime 4, where they have the pressure to basically make one of the best games of all time, right? Like, there's two different things. Make one of the best games of all time and bring back a highly regarded franchise that hasn't been used in a really long time and modernize it and change it and evolve it and make it sell to a much larger audience. Like, that's a much bigger undertaking where there's no established team to do it. Retro Studios, obviously, that makes sense. They're going with Retro Studios because they're the only studio that actually accomplished that, right? That's why they're going back to them. But just consider how hard that would be, right? So it makes sense why that could have had its development restarted. Whereas Animal Crossing, which is a tried and true formula, they know what they're doing. They have the team. They've been working on it for a while. They had a plan set in stone. They've reconfirmed development multiple times. I mean, like, it's released here multiple times. I don't think it's going to get delayed. But there is also the fair argument that, oh, by the way, we're talking about Animal Crossing now. Like, we've been on this for a while, so we might as well, right? I don't think... I'll agree that it is weird that there's so many games that are slated for 2019 and we only have the second half of the year to play all of them and get them, and there's probably going to be a couple more new announcements as well. So it does seem like it's going to be packed. So I do understand the argument that, oh, maybe they'll just delay it until early 2020, which would technically still be fiscal year 2019, which is what they're saying at the business meeting. So that, I guess, is possible. I don't know. What do you think, Brandon?
I don't think it's going to make a delay. I mean, I predicted in the video I made today that it's not going to get a delay. 2019, not this fiscal year bullshit. 2019 calendar year. I just think a lot of people are like, oh, they haven't shown anything of it till now. It's like, okay. It's very obvious to me, at least, that they showed this way earlier than they would have if Isabelle had not gotten into Smash. I feel like the only reason they showed it as early as they did is because Isabelle was getting into Smash. And I mean, we've seen tons of huge games get absolutely zero gameplay before E3, even if they're coming out the year. I mean, Smash got no gameplay till E3, and that game is huge. It's massive. And that game, I mean, it had a teaser trailer, and that was it. And that's what we have for Animal Crossing. I mean, you could say that Smash just was a little more in-depth because it announced the character, but that was it. It literally was just, oh, you know, Smash exists, Inklings are in it, that's it. We didn't see anything else till E3. So I feel like the narrative that, oh, they haven't shown anything until E3 is just a narrative that doesn't really mean anything anymore in this day and age of Nintendo, the way Nintendo does announcements. Plus, I think they need a big game at E3 because a lot of us are like, man, if they didn't have Animal Crossing, what would be their big game at E3? They don't, like, unless they are gonna announce.
This is not gonna be the Pokemon segue, I promise. I promise. Maybe. But Pokemon Sword and Shield is a big deal, okay? I've been saying this for a while, and I thought it was wrong when they revealed the game back in February, but they reproved me right when they double revealed it last week, because I've been saying the game would be open world-ish, right? I'd say there'd be roaming Pokemon everywhere, right? I've been saying that they'd be focusing more on the interactivity of the Pokemon. Now we can, like, whistle, fish, and do all these other kinds of things. They're focusing on like, the immersion. Like, this game's a big deal, okay? Like, they're making this a big deal. This is going to be the biggest, bestest Pokemon game yet. Book it. So, that could be their game, right?
True, but I don't think they're going to talk about it much at E3, to be honest. I think the reason they had the Direct was so that they don't It's not going to be a big thing. They're going to have it at the treehouse. I'm sure they'll have it at the treehouse.
There's going to be gameplay. We're going to learn stuff. Oh yeah, for sure.
But we're not going
100%.
to. There's not going to be like a big segment in their direct dedicated to Pokemon Sword and Shield. I doubt they'll even acknowledge it, to be honest.
I think we're going to see it like in a trailer, like maybe like a montage trailer or something like that.
That might happen.
Yeah.
But I doubt it will be even have a segment in the direct, because that's why they had the separate direct, is so that they don't have to take time in the normal direct, because Pokemon Company loves to do things their own way at their own times.
Right. So I said this wouldn't be the Pokemon moment. So, actually, I think Yellow Kazooie's gonna come in at some point. So let's get with the chat a little bit. We'll suspend the Animal Crossing discussion a little bit. We'll move back into that in a bit, and then we'll have to circle back to the Microsoft one. But it's okay. This is a chill conversation. It doesn't have to be that structured. We will live. We will. By the way, guys, it's easier for us to like answer questions if you add us. By the way,
Right.
So just pointing that out there. So let me see. Where are we? There's a lot going on here. A lot. Marcos Martins, you prefer Galaxy 3 over Mario Odyssey 2? Oh.
I take Mario Galaxy 3.
Yeah, that's not. Don't mistake my. Oh, that's just me thinking. I would be happy with either Mario Odyssey 2 or Galaxy 3 or Mario Sunshine.
No, shut up.
4K.
Quiet.
What?
No, you hush. Don't say such cursed words.
Yeah. Bound for Smash would be a 9 for you. Actually, yeah, you know what? Let's put it. I know I said we were going to Animal Crossing. Let's save Animal Crossing. We just talked about it a little bit. We both think there's still a chance that it's going to be there tomorrow. We'll come back to that. We're going to stick back to Banjo because that's what we were talking about. Thank you, Boneheads. We need to talk about that more so. We can't just skip it like that. So, yeah, Banjo a 9. I think we might be close with you there on the rating. Pride of Information. Can't wait for the next Silva Gunner rip when nothing comes out for Banjo tomorrow. Ooh. Oof. We will see. We'll see. We will see, my friend. We will see. Sanitary saying, I don't want to move to a new Splatoon game to play online on the same console. Interesting point.
Fair enough. But I
Interesting
doubt
point.
they'll close down the Splatoon 2 servers. Like, Splatoon 1 servers are still up, I think.
Yeah, that's the point. But they're also, Nintendo's online is kind of a mess. Maybe they don't want to, like, split their user base with 2 different Splatoon games.
Yeah,
So- Unless both Splatoon games can be cross-play with each other. But then they have to figure out how does that make it even worth for people to buy the other one.
Yeah, that'd be weird.
I don't know.
I think they'd wait till a new console generation for Splatoon 3, to be honest.
Oompa Moyo, I hope to finally see what the hell Retro's been doing for all of this time.
For real.
Yeah, we're right there with you. We'll get to that at some point in this discussion. So, let's get back to the Banjo. We didn't really talk about it, right? I just mentioned it to you. And we will get back to Animal Crossing, so I'm not crossing it off here. Really, all we've covered so far is Banjo 3E, and what do we start with?
Didn't we start with... What did we start
What did we
with?
start with? It was something.
Something I gave a 1. Splatoon 3, I think, is what we started
Splatoon
with.
3, I pulled that one out of my butt.
30 minutes and we have one topic gone and one fake topic gone.
Well, actually, Banjo 3 was never on the list either.
Oh, jeez, no real topics are gone.
I did want to talk about it eventually. I just didn't. I'm like writing them down so I can cross them off.
Don't worry, we're being ultra efficient with this discussion.
Oh, we totally
You
are.
know it.
Don't worry.
Dude, you know we're ultra efficient with all our discussions.
Right. Absolutely. And we should bear in mind that we do need to sleep. Right. The direct's at 9 a.m. for me. It's like basically 11 and a half hours for now, and it's 8 a.m. for you, right?
I thought it was 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Pretty sure it is. Hold on, let me check real quick. We gotta get our facts straight here.
Oh my God! Please.
9 a.m. Pacific Time, yes. So it's 12 for you and 11 for me.
Oh.
A.m. So it's noon for you and 11 a.m. for me. So we good, fam.
Oh, okay. There's no sleeping in. I can sleep in.
Yeah,
I
be
can sleep
fine.
in. Where
Be
do I
all
park?
good.
I'm just thinking about where I park. Okay, I'm good. Because there's street cleaning where I park, so like I don't want to get screwed up. All right, we're good. Cool. Okay, so Banjo, Banjo-Kazooie will be revealed tomorrow. What? I'm not announced. That's not. I'm just saying. Like,
This is an announcement from you.
it's so like, I am so confident that this is happening. I feel bad. I feel bad because there's always a chance that it might not happen. And if it doesn't happen, I'm like, damn, I've been saying it's gonna happen and I was wrong, and people are gonna be like, oh, you said it was happening and it didn't happen. Well, let me explain why I'm so confident. And we should always take everything with a grain of salt until it's actually officially announced by Nintendo. No matter what. No matter what. Until it's officially announced by Nintendo, do not accept it as gospel. Do not. You have to. I know it's hard, man. I really want Banjo to happen. I want to believe so hardly, so badly. But let's kind of just go over some of the things. First of all, and I've talked about this multiple times already, right? But we had the data mine for early in Smash Bros. Where we saw a list of games within the coding, right? And that list of games, there were 2 games that were from Rare. Right now, these games basically could have spirits, and they could have spirits in them. There were no rare spirits actually in Smash Brothers, but it showed that there was these names that were in there, right? So that meant there must have been some discussion between Rare and Nintendo regarding Smash Brothers. Would that mean for sure that something would materialize? Not necessarily, but it's a freaking good hint, right? Mm-hmm. So, and what's the most popular game from Rare? Banjo-Kazooie. Okay, that's 1 point right there. 2, Microsoft and Nintendo are working together. We've seen proof that Xbox Live will be coming to the Nintendo Switch. We've seen many highly supported rumors that Game Pass will be coming to Nintendo Switch. We've even seen a Microsoft exclusive game, Cuphead, now come to the Nintendo Switch. Microsoft publishing on Nintendo, right? And there's rumors of Ori, rumors of Master Chief Collection, of Gears. Actually, there's another game that I think was confirmed recently, or rumored. It was a mobile version of Forza, right? And there's even rumors of Rare Replay. So there's been a lot of talks about this, and we've seen some proof of the relationship already, right? So that's another point right there. So we got 2 points.
A great point Brand the Stallion just put in the comments is that Microsoft is actually telling people to go watch the Nintendo E3 Direct. They have it on their Twitter. They have a picture of like where to see Microsoft announcements, and Nintendo's E3 briefing is one of them. Like, it's a point.
That's a huge point, my dude.
And according to Brandon the Stallion, I have not seen this quote, but according to him, they use the words "a smashing announcement."
Ooh, it's gonna be Steve from Minecraft.
Oh god.
That's totally an option. Totally an option, guys. Let's not discount it entirely. Master Chief's also an option too, though. But I'm thinking Banjo. So that's another point right there, right? So we got the Rare thing within an early data mine from Smash, right? We got the Microsoft relationship. We got that showing that there's gonna be something Microsoft at the show tomorrow, right?
100% there's gonna be something Microsoft.
And we also got confirmation already that from from Sakurai. Anuma is the Zelda director. Sakurai is the Smash director. That there's gonna be at least one DLC reveal tomorrow, right? So there's that, right? We've seen from several insiders that have very good track records. They're saying Banjo's coming, right? There is one of I forget his name, like something Ninja from Reset Era, right? He barely talks about things, but when he does, it comes true, right? And he's saying Banjo. He also said Ridley last year, right? Then we got Ridley at E3. Verge is now saying 99% Banjo's happening, right? Mug is also saying Banjo's happening. Some people have told me Banjo's happening. Also, Banjo has a history with Nintendo, a huge history with Nintendo, right? Huge, not more than just a cult following. He has a huge history with Nintendo. You could make the argument easily that the Banjo-Kazooie franchise was the only other platformer to ever compete with Mario, at least during the 90s, right? It was the only one that was like a legitimately great game that was of a similar vein, right? Without being kind of more like Crash. It was great, but it was not like an open sandbox kind of game.
Crash was very different.
Right. So there's that. There's also the history of Sakurai actually considering Banjo as a Melee character at one point, right? But then Rare moved over to Microsoft. So there's that as well. Banjo's also been high up in the polls for years for Smash characters. We know Smash Belt went into a lot of consideration for a lot of the Smash characters recently. That does not necessarily include the DLC, but it's worth pointing out as well, right? So you have the history, the popularity, the literally the history of him being considered for Smash, the relationship between Microsoft and Nintendo, the point that Rare is within a data mine shows that they work together or communicate at least somewhat. It doesn't confirm anything, but it shows that there was some communication there, right? We have the fact that there are several really legitimate insiders that are getting everything right, basically about E3, that Banjo's going to be it, right? And we also know that there's going to be something tomorrow, and even Microsoft themselves is teasing something at Nintendo's conference for Smash tomorrow. So Banjo-Kazooie is happening. Like,
Right.
you know, like that's a lot. I think that's a lot.
That is a lot of evidence.
Yeah, there's no one that's saying no right now, right? So, I want to go back a few months. Remember the Grinch leak? A lot of us bought into that, right? I was like 50-50 for a while, but eventually I bought into it. Into it. I regret doing that. I think confirmation bias is a bit of a problem there, but there were a lot of points. But a lot of these points were very twisted and kind of crazy, right? But there's also a whole bunch of people saying it wasn't going to happen, right?
Right. Literally, like every insider was like, no.
Right. Every insider was like, no.
Like, you're wrong.
Right. But in this case, there are no insiders saying no. Right? There are no insiders saying no. There's been a lot of debate for months, but just the last couple of weeks, they've all kind of come together and say, yep, it's happening, right? So that's something else to consider. So I would say that if Banjo-Kazooie does not happen tomorrow, it will be a shock. It would be shocked.
Like industry insider community will like die.
Right. So I'm gonna give Banjo-Kazooie as a Smash DLC announcement tomorrow a 9 out of 10.
I'm debating between an 8 or a 9, but I'm not sure which one.
Coward.
Fine. 10.
Whoa!
10.
He gave a 10. You're not supposed to give 10s.
10.
Now 10s are impossible.
It's for sure. No. Okay, I'll go with 9.
If I saw gameplay, and like personally, right, I would say 10. But I'm gonna go 9 because I haven't.
9 and 1/10.
Okay, so we're both 9s on there. Let's see where you guys stand in the chat. Let's see. After yesterday's conference, a lot of Banjo fans have given up. Why? Why private information?
I think a lot of people just assumed it would be at Banjo's, at Microsoft. But I never thought it was. I didn't think anything was going to be announced at Microsoft's, to be honest. Until they said Miyamoto was going to be there, and then I was like, oh, maybe it could be. But before then, and that obviously ended up being false. It was fake. But before then, I was always like, I don't think anything's going to be announced at Microsoft conference. Because every time Nintendo and Microsoft work together, it's Nintendo who are the one announcing things. Yeah. So it makes sense it's Nintendo's conference.
Yeah, I agree. Private information is saying that Banjo-Kazooie was brought up for consideration, never actually planned. I think it's speaking of reference to when I brought him up for Melee back in the day. I think, well, just to be clear, when I said I just meant, like, yeah, he was considered. I never said he was, like, canceled or anything like that. It was just, like, there are multiple characters that are considered. Not all of them make the cut. That's kind of how it works. So, Brandon Stein said that, yeah, Bonehead, you're right in regards to what? Let's see what Bonehead was saying. Wait, you guys are talking about a moveset. Here.
I think some of them actually want Steve. Some of them are
I see.
And I think Bonehead said that Steve might have an interesting moveset. I don't know. Sakurai can make anybody an interesting moveset.
That is true. I agree. It could be
a freaking plant have an interesting moveset, so you can make anybody.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Oh, I see Brandon's telling. So I'm gonna read out your comment. I think that the reason that so many people want Banjo is because he was meant to be in Melee. After the fans found out that he didn't get in, but was meant to, people wanted him even more. I think people would have been really happy if he made it in back then. So I think that's part of it. But like I said, he has a huge history with Nintendo. He's part of a cherished time. His games were really good. To make no mistake, Banjo-Kazooie and Banjo-Tooie were really good games. And also, it'd be very interesting to see a collaboration between Microsoft and Nintendo in this way. It'd be a special moment. So
Yeah, I just feel like when people talk about the N64, I feel like the three kind of mascots are like Mario, Link, and Banjo. Like those are usually the ones I see, like in thumbnails and all kinds of stuff about talk for N64 and like games, like N64 Classic. That was everyone was talking about Mario, Link, Banjo. Those were like
it
the
wouldn't be
things you
right without Banjo. I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure, absolutely. But I think Steve does deserve mention because he's been a part of a lot of rumors and discussion. He's a very popular character. I think it's being a costume. Yeah, that's what I believe. I think, considering the type of character it is, because it is more of like an avatar, kind of blank slate kind of character, and considering comments from people who work with Minecraft, they said similar things about the character themselves, the ones that they work on, that they see him kind of more of as an avatar, right? So I wouldn't be surprised if he's a Mii fighter, because when we got Joker, we got Sega Mii fighters, right? I think we'll get more. I mean, Mii costumes. I think we're gonna get some Microsoft Mii costumes. I think some Minecraft costumes make sense. We have heard Vergeben say that there would be Minecraft content. Right. Minecraft Mii costumes would fit that bill very well, and I think people who play with the Mii costumes will feel like they're playing as Steve anyway. We
could even get a Master Chief Mii costume too. I mean, you can play Master Chief in like Minecraft and stuff.
Yep.
So Nintendo doesn't seem to have any issues with having it as kind of like side content.
Right, and I would even go as far as saying that we could even get some other rare IP as Mii costumes potentially, right? Like maybe Conqueror or a Jet Force Gemini character. I doubt we'd get Killer Instinct, but even maybe what's her face from Perfect Dark? Yeah. So those are options, right? I don't think they're super likely options because the rare games are not as popular. I would say Master Chief and Steve and a couple.
Yeah, I think that Banjo would be the one representing rare, and then they would go with probably Minecraft and Master, Halo for the Mii costumes.
Yeah, for sure. I agree. I think that's how what's gonna happen. That's what makes the most sense to me, at least. But we won't know for sure until tomorrow. But if you guys want to make any bets, I got some cash and I know where I'm putting it all towards Banjo-Kazooie.
I have no cash, but I will predict Banjo's.
Yeah. The Yellow Kazoo is not here yet. I do believe she will come at some point. Be patient, my friends. Be patient. She'll be here. Probably.
There is naught that we can do.
Nothing we can do. So, yeah. I think I would say... Yep, Banjo's happening. But let's... since we're on the subject of... We're still on the subject of Smash a little bit. Let's talk briefly about a second DLC character. Do you think it's happening?
No. I mean, I already predicted that there would be one. I think the way that Sakurai worded it at the end of the Smash tournament, saying that the very next DLC character is what he was working on, that's what we get information on. He literally said very next instead of just saying, we're working on Smash DLC, implies to me that they're only going to announce one character. Of course, he could just say this and they could announce multiple characters, but it fits with kind of what I was already thinking, that they will only announce one character.
Right. Considering Dragon Quest XI is not coming out to like August or something, late summer or early fall, somewhere around within that window, I would say that Erdrick will be the third one probably, and we'll have to wait a couple more months for his reveal. I think it makes sense. But I'll even go as far as saying this: the Banjo-Kazooie one. Right, we could be playing with him sooner than we think. I don't know if it'll be a shadow drop for sure, right? But we do know that there could maybe be Xbox Game Pass officially announced by Nintendo, right? Like they might finally announce Xbox Game Pass during the Nintendo Direct for the Switch. They announced Xbox Game Pass for PC during the Microsoft conference. They might also announce it for Switch during the Nintendo Direct.
I'm curious if they will, because they announced Game Pass Ultimate. The way they worded Game Pass Ultimate is actually interesting. They said console Game Pass, they said PC Game Pass, and Xbox Live Gold. They didn't say Xbox One console Game Pass, PC Game Pass, and
that means Gold. It could also come to be allowed for Switch.
Right. That's what I'm kind of saying, like, I feel like maybe they worded that. I mean, they could have just worded that because Xbox One and Xbox One X, but I feel like
Scarlet's coming.
I feel like they could have just said the Xbox One family of systems, but of course, it's going to work on Scarlet. So not confirmation that's going to work on the Nintendo system, but it is interesting the wording there.
Right. But so they announced it, and the Xbox Game Pass could come soon, like this week, right? And that could mean there could even be rare replay available on the Game Pass. And if that's the case, guess what that also means? That means, hey, there's a rare game where you can play with Banjo-Kazooie on the Switch immediately, and they could coincide that with a Banjo-Kazooie DLC announcement for Smash.
I think it's going to be a few weeks, 2 or 3 weeks till we see it, personally, because I think it's a
the timing, it's a little early.
A little early. But I mean, we could see it shadow dropped. That'd be nice. I'd take it. It's just kind of, with the way I think things are gonna go down and the general schedule I think Nintendo might have in mind, I think a few more weeks is when they're gonna drop Banjo.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, like, I think that's possible. I don't know what's the most likely, but I think a shadow drop is possible, but let's not assume that's for sure happening, right? Like I just kind of like a little bit of discussion video on the weekend where I talked about possibilities for it. There could maybe be a shadow drop for Banjo, but it might take a little bit longer. Where I also talked about there could be a second DLC character, but I'm not saying it's like super likely, right? If I had to put a number, I'd say 4 for like Erdrick tomorrow, on top of Banjo. 4 is higher than Banjo 3 and Splatoon 3.
Oh, okay. For a second there, I thought you said 4. Like you thought 4 characters gonna get. It's like every other character.
Yeah, they're just gonna reveal everything tomorrow. Just all come
all
out.
The announcements.
Yep.
Yeah. So you said 4 for it being Banjo and Erdrick?
Yes.
Okay. I don't really have a number. I'm just gonna say, I guess 9 for it only being 1.
Right. No, I would say I'm 9 for. I don't.
The number system for that's a little tricky, a little confusing.
A little tricky for sure. I just meant 4 individually for a second DLC character reveal.
Okay. For a second one, then I'll say, I'll go with 4. That sounds good. 3 or 4. That's fine. Okay.
But it's interesting though, because the way I've been talking about it, you would think that I'm more like, oh, it could totally happen, and you've been more kind of like a detractor from that idea. But where our numbering is still kind of close.
People are saying 3, and I'm like, bro. I'm on like a 1 or 2 for there being 3 characters announced tomorrow.
Oh no, I don't think
that's happening.
I don't know about that. Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, I doubt that. I really do doubt that. So then, what other Microsoft stuff could we see? Right? Do you think we can see anything else besides Banjo-Kazooie tomorrow, or is that it? I think we could get the Game Pass announcement.
Right. I have predicted Master Chief Collection coming 2020. I'm gonna say
which they may not need to announce during the Direct.
Yeah, but technically that's during the Treehouse. But I mean, part of E3 tomorrow, I think they will announce Master Chief Collection. I'm a 5 on that one. I could see them waiting a little bit because I think they're gonna want to launch it after the PC version's like complete, so that they like coincide. So because I don't think they're gonna want to just do it the way they're doing on PC on Switch, where they
How are they doing it on PC?
So on PC you get Reach. And then you get Halo 1, and then you get Halo 2, and then you get Halo 3 as they're developed, instead of them just releasing them all at once. I think they'll wait till
When's the last one to be out?
On PC and release them all on Switch and the last one PC at the same time.
When do we have a timeline for them? Or
2020, sometime in 2020.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah.
So I could see, that's why I'm 50-50 on whether they'll announce it now or not, because I could see them announcing a little closer.
There's so much other time. There's so many other events, right? There are going to be other announcements throughout the year. Like, I would say that the Master Chief Collection does not have to happen now.
Right.
And I would also say because, I don't think it's gonna. I think it could be there. I did predict it initially, but you make a good point. I'm gonna say. I do think it's gonna happen, but I don't think it's gonna happen at E3. I'm going to assign it a. But do I think it's more likely than a second DLC character? I'm gonna also give it a 4. I'm gonna say it's about as likely.
Okay. I gave it a 5. So
I almost gave it a 5, but just because I just feel like your argument is very compelling. Like you literally reversed my prediction. So
I argued literally against my own point and convinced myself to lower my own score.
Oh god. So okay, what about Rare Replay?
I'll give that a 7. I think it's gonna probably be there.
A lot of people are under the impression Rare Replay won't happen, but we'll get some sort of way to play Banjo-Kazooie on Switch.
I just don't see the point. I feel like it's not that hard to port that over, so why even?
I love the idea of it because I can play other games that never came to Switch, right? Like Cameo, which originally was planned for the GameCube. So that one will be really cool to play. Perfect Dark as well.
I could see them taking out some like Xbox 360 titles.
Oh,
like,
I'd be so disappointed. That's what I'm talking about right now. I'm talking about some of the 360 Rare games that were kind of good.
I feel like those would be a little bit harder to port just because they're made for Xbox, whereas the old ones were made for Nintendo. So they might be easier.
We're talking about early 360 games right now. Like early 360.
I'm just wondering.
These are 2006 games.
Right. I'm wondering how much of that is emulated and how much they actually changed to run it. Because if it's an emulator, that's complete like it.
Well, if it's done through cloud,
emulator,
if it's done through cloud, it doesn't matter at all.
I don't. It was done through the cloud. I don't think so.
I feel like if they're gonna have, I think cloud's gonna be an option. You don't think cloud gaming is gonna be an option?
For Rare Replay, why is it an option on Xbox One?
For Game Pass, just Game Pass on Switch.
Cloud gaming,
like just streaming. You know,
not for Rare Replay. I don't think they would take the time to do that for certain games in Rare Replay. That doesn't make much sense to me.
I mean, like the entire thing.
The entire thing, that would suck. That would be so dumb.
You would have options. You would have options to download some of them.
Okay, I mean that'd be okay. I honestly I don't see why they would just at that point just port everything.
That's a lot.
That's a lot because you're taking up dedicated server units to play Rare Replay games on the Switch. Doesn't make sense to me.
I want it.
I feel like they would just port it, not like if they're just gonna.
But that's a lot.
If you're gonna go into the time to like make it all cloud compatible, it's not that much harder to just port the whole thing natively and be done with it.
Alright, well, I still want Rare Replay. I know that Rare Replay will be different on Switch than it will be on Xbox. I hope that still means
Donkey Kong games.
Throw in the Donkey Kong games. That'd be great. And somehow still keep Conker's Bad Fur Day and maybe throw in some of those 360 games. I'll be happy. I will be.
You don't have to put nuts and bolts in there. I don't care about that game.
I'm gonna give Rare Replay a 6.
6? Alright, so slightly under my 7.
I don't know why I'm giving it a 6. Maybe it's because I just heard. I would have said the.
It's just same as review scores, guys. We don't actually completely know what the numbers mean.
Yeah, pretty much. 6.5. Maybe 7. Maybe 7. I want Rare Replay. So I'm biased. I really want Rare Replay.
We should be writing these numbers down, I feel like, so that we can go over them.
I mean, I guess we really want to. So
somebody in the chat, get on it. Go get our previous numbers.
I can write it down here. So Splatoon 3, I assigned a 3 for it. You assigned a 1. Banjo 3, we both assigned a 3.
Yeah.
Master Chief Collection, we assigned
a 5 and a 4, so I was 5, you were 4.
Right. And Banjo are both 9, right?
Yes.
And then Rare Replay.
I'm a 7, you're a 6.
Okay. Alright. This is incredibly hard to read, but it's okay. Alright, so I guess let's cross out Microsoft. We should move on.
Yeah, that's fine.
Let's see what's going on in the chat. Did we mention about Erdrick and Dragon Quest? Well, Dragon Quest 11S is happening. I think they'll be showing off in a montage trailer. That's pretty much all I have to say about that, because they kind of gave the game a blowout already.
Yeah, I don't think we're gonna see it outside.
It might be playable, maybe. I wouldn't be shocked if it. Maybe. I'm the soft maybe. There's so many games, so it might not be.
Yeah.
Oh, Ori, it does have an option. That's true. Ori could actually Ori. What would you say about Ori?
I say with how simple that game is, I'm gonna say 9. I feel like that game's easy port.
I'm gonna say 6.
Oh, wow, we're so different.
You know what? No, hold on. Rare Replay is a 7, and Ori's a 7. There, I have to revise my scores. There we
Okay.
go. So, Ryan, you said 9?
I'll stick with 9. I think it's very likely.
Okay.
People have been rumoring it. I don't know about Ori and I don't know about the second one, but the first one's been heavily rumored for Switch.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'm giving it a 9.
Cool.
I don't think the second one will get announced here, but the first one.
Okay.
I think the second one will say that it's coming eventually, but I don't think it will get a release date. Like, I might get a soft confirmation.
So, where are we right now? A lot. So we got a long list. Is there anything you want to bring up right now?
Let's just move on to the next thing in the list. I don't have anything particular I'm raring to go at.
I'm kind of waiting for Kazoo because I know there's something she's gonna want to talk about.
Can't wait all night.
No, can't. So, let's talk about Monster Hunter.
Okay.
I think Monster Hunter is definitely coming to the Nintendo Switch. I think it's going to be a ground-up new version. I don't know for sure if it will show up at E3 tomorrow. But
Right.
I do think it's coming. I do think it's happening. It has been rumored. I believe those rumors. Just because I think it's an inevitability regardless. So, do you think it'll show up tomorrow, though?
I'd say I'm in between a 3 and a 4 on this one. I don't feel like it's a game that would get put into this year. I feel like if they announce it's going to be one of those 2020 games. But it could happen. Obviously, as you said, it's an inevitability. I think they're going to make a game. I think it's going to be somewhere between what we see on the 3DS and what we've seen from World on the PS4, Xbox One, PC. Somewhere in between that caliber. I think they'll probably keep some more of the traditional elements in. But as far as it being at this E3, I'm gonna say probably not. I'm gonna say 3.
I said 5. It's a coin flip.
Okay.
Coin flip's chance. Because it could be showing up Tokyo Game Show. You're right. It might not be coming out this year. And there's a lot of stuff to come out this year already. So it makes sense. But I think Capcom should have like a big announcement for Switch soon. And if it's not that, what else could there? There could be several big announcements, but I feel like they gotta have something coming soon.
Right.
So let's sort of steer this into another potentiality: Resident Evil 2 remake.
Ooh. I could see it. I'm gonna say this one's really unlikely, to be honest. Could happen. I mean, you can get anything to run on the Switch if you throw enough work at it and downgrade enough stuff. And I feel like it's a game that I don't. Maybe if they throw it down to 30 FPS, it wouldn't be that hard. It runs pretty well on the other systems, but I don't think they're actually working on it because it's Capcom. So
Okay.
I'm gonna say 3.
I actually also give it a 3. It's not because I don't think it might never happen. It's just like I don't expect a Switch Pro to come out soon. So I think that's one of those games that you might want to have the Switch Pro sort of showcase it. And because I don't think that's ready, I don't think we're there yet. Also, like, third parties, when they do have a big game come to Switch, they like to have it be a couple years old, right? So I think if it happens, it'll be a little bit later. But so that's why I'm saying 3. Like, I think it's possible, but it's this year, this E3 just doesn't seem like a good bet for it. I think it has a really good chance of coming eventually, but like this E3 I would say is really unlikely. So I'm gonna give it a 3. To me, it's about as likely as seeing Banjo 3 or Splatoon 3 tomorrow.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're both at a 3 then, right? You said 3 as well?
Yes.
Okay. We're pretty close on a lot of our things. And I want to point out, some of these numbers I'm writing down before you say yours, so it's not like I'm just copying you. Monster Hunter was a 5, you were a 3. Smash for Banjo were both 9s. Rare Replay, I actually had to update mine to a 7. I started at a 6, but we're both at 7. Ori, I'm at a 7, you're at a 9. Splatoon 3, I'm at a 3, you're at a 1. Banjo 3, we're both at a 3. And Re2 Remake, we're both at a 3. Okay, so we're kind of like on even thing right now. So let's check in with the chat right here. The Avengers game looks like crap. Well, I guess I'm glad I missed it.
Science Show things looks amazing.
It looks amazing. I have to take a look at it. I haven't, we're not watching the Square conference, so it's hard to say for sure.
Correction, it looks decent to Sabbath.
Okay. decent. All right, so we got a little bit of a wave there, but that's actually a good time to sort of bring up Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3. So I'm gonna say Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3 is gonna have a 10.
Yeah, it's 10. It's gonna be there.
Because it's already confirmed. Yeah.
For sure. I don't think it'll
right.
have a segment. I think it would be in a highlight reel.
Yes.
But it would definitely be there.
Well, it might get a bit of a showcase. It hasn't really gotten a showcase yet, just gotten trailers.
Yeah, but...
I think it's gonna get a small. I think it's gonna get a showcase, but it's not gonna be like a 10-minute deep dive. It's just gonna be like 2 to 3 minutes.
Okay. I don't think so, but
we'll see.
We'll differ on that then.
Yeah. And it's kind of hard to be wrong about that game because it's been confirmed to be there. So, what about DC Ultimate Alliance? How cool would that be? It'd be interesting to see. I still probably wouldn't buy it, but
more than Marvel Ultimate Alliance.
I like Marvel more. Well, I mean, I like Batman. Batman's just a cool character.
Batman's like my favorite.
And in terms of my favorite superhero movies, the newest Batman trilogy, not the Superman Batman crap before that. That
Dark Knight.
Yeah, with Christian Bale.
Yeah, that is like one of the best trilogies in movies.
Yeah. Yeah, Batman, The Dark Knight, and I forget the name of the last one, but yeah, I really love that trilogy.
You got Returns, Dark Knight, Dark Knight Rising.
Mm-hmm. For sure. So, got anything you want to bring up right now? We got tons here still, but I'm just, Actually, let's talk about Square, I guess. What are we gonna think from Square?
No.
Nothing worth noting.
Nothing worth noting. I didn't. What are the potentials here?
Well, actually, Bravely Third, or a port of one of the 2 Bravely games. Maybe I doubt we'll get another Final Fantasy announcement for Switch.
Obviously, Dragon Quest XI will be there, but we already knew about that.
Right, we already talked about that.
Yeah.
So maybe
as far as a new Square,
I think there's a chance we could see a Bravely game.
Okay, I'll go to 4. I could see I think a Bravely game or a Bravely port could happen.
I'm actually gonna go as far as saying a 5.
Okay.
That's not necessarily Bravely Third, just some Bravely game. 5.
Right. As far as Bravely Third, I'm gonna say like a 2. But a Bravely remake. 4.
I'm just gonna keep it all together because I'm honest. That's just where I'm at. It's just where I'm at.
Right. All right.
So, let me double check to see if Kazooie's coming in soon. We'll see. But anyway, let's just continue moving forward. All right, so let's talk about Pikmin. How do you feel about Pikmin?
Ooh, Pikmin, definitely. That's a 9 for me for Pikmin 3. A 9, and it's like a 4 for a Pikmin 4 teaser as well. So I'm like 9, right? We're gonna say it right now. 9 for some Pikmin content.
Okay, a 9 for Pikmin content. I'm gonna. Oh man,
There's just been so many rumors for Pikmin 3.
Right. If we just bunch all of Pikmin together, I'm gonna go as far as saying. This goes against a lot of me, but I'm gonna give it a 10.
Ooh, 10 goes like against my entire being.
Yeah, you almost gave it 10 earlier.
I did almost give it 10, but I was mostly joking.
I think, yeah, but I mean, like, here's the thing, man. You gotta be bold at some point, right? Like, if you only give 10s to things that are confirmed, that's not fun.
Yeah.
That's not fun at all.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna say Pikmin is a 10. It's a 10. I'm giving it a 10. Now, does that mean Pikmin 4 is a 10? No. Does it mean Pikmin 3 Remastered is a 10? No. I mean, between the two of them, it's a 10. That's what I think.
I'm going 9. I want to go 10 for both, but specifically Pikmin 3, 9, Pikmin 4, 4. Together, I guess I'll go 10.
Okay.
I definitely think I feel 10 in my mind. I'm just so... Yeah, if I'm going to get anything at 10, it's going to be this.
Yeah. So we agree then. It's not that I'm not. It's not like I'm not gonna say, oh, what if I'm wrong? I'm a little nervous because I wouldn't want to be wrong, but like it's just kind of like, I'm giving it a 10. Like
I don't
so.
give it a 10. I probably won't give anything a 10.
So first of all, there have been several insiders who have been saying Pikmin will show up at E3. Two, the timing of things, like it's kind of like it makes sense for Pikmin to be showing off. Pikmin 3 is one of the more likely Wii U ports. I feel like there's still probably a few Wii U ports to come, and Pikmin 3 is one of the last remaining ones that's really good that deserves it. But also, Pikmin 4 has kind of been ready for a few years, probably. So that's just kind of waiting to be revealed. So because of all of that, I think there's a really good chance Pikmin's going to show up tomorrow.
What I predicted in my previous videos was Pikmin 3 announcement for this year, with a Pikmin 4 teaser for next year.
That's literally, we're literally exact same page. I think, well, the thing is, I think with my initial prediction, I didn't say that Pikmin 4 was for sure happening. I think it's a possibility.
Mm-hmm.
So
I have predicted it.
I want to believe that it's going to happen. I don't know if I would bet all my marbles on it. But I think there's a good chance. So 4 is would have been a good number for me as well, but collectively it's a 10. Yeah, man, dude, it's gonna be awesome to see it though. What sort of changes do you think Pikmin 3 could see on Switch? One, I think, is obviously traditional controls.
Oh,
Pikmin
changes.
3, yeah, because it's gonna be on Switch.
I think the original one run at 720p, so we'll see 1080p for this.
That'd be great. That game deserves a higher resolution, man.
That game is beautiful. Like I put some footage in my predictions video for the whole timeline predictions, trying to guess, the order of events for the direct. And I just was like, oh, I forgot how beautiful the game is, especially like the water rendering. So good.
It's gorgeous, man. I love it. I love it so much. I really love it when you use the camera and you see everything up close. You're like, whoa, all these Pikmin are pretty beautifully rendered considering how many of them there are, right? And how small they are in this giant world. I want that camera feature to be a lot more easier to use with the Switch, like just press of a button, move around the Joy-Con or use gyro controls.
They're going to take all that gamepad nonsense, chuck it out the window, and just make it easy.
Yeah, that's going to make the game so much better. That alone will make me like the game more. I think it'll come in with all of the DLC, because there was DLC for it. Some people will talk about
the traditional controls and the Wii controls. So I think if you're using the Pro controller, use the traditional controls. If you want separated Joy-Cons, you can use the Wii pointer controls as well. I'll probably use the Wii pointer controls, to be honest, because they are actually so useful in the older ones.
It'd be interesting to see, because initially they were using IR. The Switch doesn't use IR, it uses motion, correct?
Yeah, it uses gyro, but you just have to have a recentering button. You're all good to go.
Yeah, I mean, it's not
they have other pointer games that used to be typically IR that on Switch that use gyro. They work fine.
Okay, yeah. All right, cool. Yeah, I'm pretty much in agreement with that, for sure. I just saw Silent Joe say Metroid Prime Trilogy HD better be an 11 out of 10. Better be. I don't know, man. I don't know. Super Sad was saying, do you think Nintendo will show off a new IP?
Probably. I made a video on this, actually.
I personally consider Astral Chain to be a new IP, because being published by Nintendo, it will not show up on another platform ever, and if it's successful, we will see a sequel.
But it's not made by their studios. Like, I'm thinking, an EAD team, like Mario Kart team, like they like the Splatoon team, like actual first-party team for the new IP. I mean, technically, if Monolith Soft shows off their new game, their first-party studio, new IP. There you go.
Yeah.
But that's also not what they're referring to. Obviously, they're referring to like Nintendo EAD, like their internal developers.
I feel like no, that's not fair. I don't think that's fair.
I don't think that's happening.
Nintendo owns them entirely. They're first party.
I think what they're referring to is that.
I don't agree with that mentality, because that's like, oh, so anything Retro Studios makes is not Nintendo because it's not based in Japan. I don't agree with that. I just don't. I don't agree that it has to be like Nintendo HQ. No.
No, just I don't think so
small
either.
History lesson here, and if you watch my Mario video, you'd have a better understanding of what I'm saying here. But a big part of Nintendo started in America. Mario, like, yes, he was designed by Shigeru Miyamoto, Donkey Kong, but they were designing this game to appeal to Americans. Donkey Kong is inspired by King Kong, an American thing. Mario initially was going to be Popeye, an American thing. Okay, Donkey Kong was created to appeal to Americans. It was made for the American market so Nintendo could have a game that could succeed there. This is when Nintendo was trying to get into Nintendo of America. And when Donkey Kong succeeded and they gave Jumpman the name Mario, that all happened in America with the Nintendo of America team. Mario is named after an American. So, I'm just saying, like, there's a lot of American roots from Nintendo Japan, right? And then also Mario's an Italian plumber. Like, it's a global thing. So, like, this premise that it has to be, like, from the Japan or Nintendo EAD for it to be, like, a legit Nintendo thing. No, it's still Nintendo. So, Retro Studios is owned by Nintendo. Monolith Soft is owned by Nintendo. So, if Monolith Soft comes out with a game, it's 100% a Nintendo game. If Retro Studios comes out with a game, it's 100% a Nintendo game. It's not just Nintendo of Japan that's Nintendo. Anything that's Nintendo is Nintendo. I hope that was a good point. I hope.
Yeah. I do understand that, but I also think what they might have been referring to was an EAD team. But they could have just been not. I don't know. Some reason there does seem, it feels slightly different because EAD comes up with such less new IPs than the other teams.
EAD doesn't make new IPs. They make Zelda and Mario.
Yeah,
and Mario Kart. Like,
and Splatoon and ARMS.
Well, ARMS is a new IP. ARMS is a new IP. All right, so I mean, if you want to ask me if the Mario Kart ARMS team is gonna have a new IP, all right, I can go to that, but I don't. I think Monolith Soft would count as a new Nintendo IP. Like I said, I count Astral Chain as a new Nintendo IP because they're publishing it, right? It's like, so to me, it's a new Nintendo IP. It's kind of like
Platinum still technically owns the rights to it, though. The project, if they wanted to make a second game and take it off Nintendo, they could. So I don't count that.
For example, I consider Bayonetta a Nintendo IP.
Yeah.
But Bayonetta, I understand it's a blurred line. It's a blurred line situation with them, right? It is with Platinum Games. It is, right? But you're not gonna see Bayonetta or Astral Chain on other systems. We know that. Maybe 10 years from now that might change, but as long as things stay the way they are, that's not going to change. Right? Nintendo's funding these games; they're going to be on that's where they're going to be.
There are games like Octopath Traveler who they go to PC, so Nintendo is okay with exclusives, like timed exclusives.
That's true. Nintendo did help in publishing that, right? They also helped in publishing Dragon Quest XI. So there's a point to be made there. But when it comes to their actual development teams that they own, that's Nintendo.
Yeah, that's not going to change.
So from a development team that Nintendo owns, could there be a new IP?
I'm gonna say
the Monolith Soft game could be a new IP. It also might be a spin-off.
I predicted that they would.
It could be a Zelda spin-off.
Confident in the prediction.
It might be a Zelda spin-off, which could still be considered a new IP, right? Like you could consider Luigi's Mansion a spin-off, and that's a new that became its own thing, right? So,
I'm gonna say a 4 on a new IP from Nintendo. 4 or 5.
No, I'm gonna give it. I'm have them higher on that.
Okay.
8.
8. Wow.
Yeah.
Damn.
And it's not a specified game at all, so it's not really the list. But I'll just say new IP. 8. You said 4.
Right.
Yeah, I think so. It might be just a small thing, like Sushi Striker.
There could be like some crappy throwaway game.
Right. Sushi Striker last year. That's a new IP, right? Not a big deal, but that was a new IP. So
I'm gonna only. I don't know. I kind of only want a big, like, if it's something like that, then yeah, an 8. But as far as like a bigger deal one, I'm gonna say 4. Anything that's gonna be an actual big deal, it's gonna be a 4. But yeah, they will. It feels very likely they'll announce something small like Sushi Striker. So if it's that kind of scale included, I'll put an 8.
So I might be joining the cast. We'll see.
Cool. Cool.
It's not Kazooie yet.
Oh.
I want to talk about Monolith Soft's game then, because we're talking about a new IP. Might as well jump into Monolith Soft, because that could be where it comes from. I think it could be a Zelda spin-off though, man. I think it'd be a Zelda spin-off.
I don't think it will be. I don't know why. I just don't think it would be. I think
they could also like announce like Xenoblade Export.
Oh yeah, I think they'll have a Xenoblade Export. Xenoblade Export. I'm gonna give it an 8. Like I feel like that's happening.
Yeah.
But a new IP. Honestly, I don't think it's gonna be Zelda themed. I feel like they would have if I don't know. I don't think the concept art is gonna give away that. Even though it does have the high-end crest, I think it's just them referring to just because they've worked on medieval Zelda games before. I think they just threw that in because they like it and they have history with that. I don't think it's actually going to. I think maybe it will have Zelda references or it's heavily inspired by Zelda, but I don't think it will actually be a Zelda game.
It's not gonna be a Zelda game. It's just gonna be kind of
even
like
a Zelda spin-off. I don't think it would be in the Zelda universe.
You don't even think it'll be a Zelda
I think
game?
it might be heavily inspired by Zelda.
Ah, but that concept art was very telling, and there was also those job hirings that were for a Zelda game. So,
I think those job hirings were for a 3D Zelda game, to be honest. I think that was for the next Breath of the Wild.
maybe you're right. Okay. I don't know. I think we got a Ray here. I think Ray's here.
What's up, guys?
Hey, what's up, bro?
Doing well.
Hey,
How you doing?
doing great. Just
Good.
came from seeing the Square Enix presentation. It's pretty good. Pretty good.
Nice.
It wasn't a snooze fest.
Probably the best presentation so far, for sure.
Oh, okay. It's
For
good thing
sure.
we missed it.
Not saying too much though with how E3's been going lately.
I know, right? But in all reality, I do consider it to be a good presentation. I know a lot of people may disagree with me because last year they had Kingdom Hearts 3 and all of that, and I know that was very hype. But this year they had Final Fantasy 7, which is very hype. But they had a lot of announcements this year, and a lot of them were Switch announcements too. Actually, there was one game that just dropped tonight. I forgot what the name of it is.
We gotta check it out, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
Anything that's like, oh my god, I'm gonna buy that.
Well, obviously Final Fantasy 7, but
What'd they say about it?
No, they just showed a lot of gameplay.
Did we get to see Tifa?
We actually got to see her, but
How does she
I got
look?
I got some bad news because from what I saw,
She's just
from
wearing a
people,
giant robe. You can't see her at all.
I actually they reduced her quite a bit, so that was kind of disappointing to see.
Okay.
But yeah. But hey,
We're gonna be taking a big hit today.
yeah. No, but in all, it was good. It was good. The gameplay looks good, and Tifa's character design looks very good. It's just,
I got what you said.
Yeah.
I understood. I'll take a look at that after the show. But Ray, just kind of get you up to speed here. We've been going through any potential game. I have like a whole list here, right? And I'll run you through quick, just get you up to speed. Right? I'm not gonna read the games that we said yet. I'm just gonna read the ones that we've talked about already. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So we talked about Monster Hunter, right? And we've been doing kind of like a scale, like rating how likely it could be. So from 0 to 10, 0 being literally impossible, 1 being incredibly unlikely, probably never happening, but still technically possible. 10 being like you'll bet a lot of money on it, So for Monster Hunter, I said 5. Brandon said 3. What do you think? Just quick numbers.
Monster. You said is it from 1 to 10?
Yeah.
Okay. Monster Hunter 7.
Oh,
Okay.
7. Oh man, that's good. All right, 7. Okay. I'm writing it down so we can
Put you down
make fun of us each other later. So, Smash Brothers, Banjo-Kazooie.
Oh boy, 5.
Oh, we're gonna be making fun of you tomorrow, buddy. We'll see. Maybe be making fun of us.
We both predicted 9s.
Yeah, we both got 9s. We're that confident in it.
Oh man,
Probably
that's
too confident, but we'll see. We'll see.
Maybe.
Honestly, I was hoping to see Banjo-Kazooie yesterday, and if I actually got to see them, I could have said a 9 or a 10, but now I'm like, I don't know.
I don't think
I never thought we would get him at Microsoft. So I always thought
maybe we're hoping for like Banjo 3E or a Banjo game or remaster or something. Like I could see that. I could have seen that, but not like a Banjo Smash Now. So I think that would have saved that for the Nintendo Direct no matter what.
All right.
So, but I guess we'll find out tomorrow for sure. But on that note, Rare Replay.
Rare Replay.
I feel like
I'll give it an 8.
Oh, okay.
That's
Wow.
pretty high.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's interesting because we both gave Banjo and Smash a 9. You gave it 5. But Rare Replay, we both gave it a 7. You're giving it an 8. That's interesting. That makes me really happy actually because I really want Rare Replay. So I'm glad you believe you have faith in that at least. What about Ori?
Ori?
Yeah.
Ori and the Blind Forest.
Yeah.
What's that? I'm not sure what that is.
I'm gonna put you down as a 9.
It's a Microsoft-owned 2D platformer. It's really, really pretty. There's a lot of rumors about it coming to the Switch.
You know what? I'm not.
Along
I'm
with
not
Cuphead.
even...
The rumors came along with Cuphead. Ori and Cuphead.
So the same person who suggested Cuphead would become.
I'll look it up.
Okay.
But we can continue with the list.
I'll leave you out of 9. Master Chief Collection.
No, a 0.
Ooh, 0.
Okay, pretty low.
Damn. We put 5s.
I put 4 actually.
Oh yeah, you put 4. Okay.
Yeah, you put a 5, which is not that different, but all right, cool. All right, so we're done with Microsoft now. All right, Splatoon 3.
0.
Okay.
Same. I was a 1.
You put a 1. I put a 3. Hello there. Let us know when you're ready. Okay. We're gonna have to go through this with Kazoo once we're done with you, Ray. All right. Banjo 3.
Negative 10, man.
Negative 10.
Negative 10.
Okay. I put me and Brandon both gave it a 3.
A 3?
Yeah, we did.
You guys are such fanboys. Like
We're on that Banjo Kool-Aid.
Come on.
We're on that Banjo Kool-Aid.
Alright,
All right.
give it a 9.
Okay.
All right.
And by the way, Andres, I want you to write it just like that, a negative 10.
I did. I don't want you guys to see my chicken scratch on a random envelope, but I guess I'm going to show you guys. Oh, no, thank you,
We
Light.
can't see literally anything.
You're my boy right now. All right, we're good. So, Kazoo, I'm going to get to you in a moment. All right, so Marvel Ultimate Alliance. Brandon, I gave it a 10.
A 10.
Oh, really? Huh, I wonder why.
You
'cause it's
don't
officially
say.
confirmed. Okay, Resident Evil 2 Remake.
Resident Evil 2 Remake, I'll probably just give it a 4.
Okay. Brandon, I gave it a 3, so we're pretty close on that one, actually. Like, it's possible, but it's not, like, super likely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And now let's say hello to the Yellow Kazoo. How you doing?
Hi, I'm so sorry I was so late. I took like 7 wrong turns on my way home. And
Oh my god. But you
don't
made it
even
back.
know.
You made it back. It's good. Ray is here as well. Guys, make sure you check them out. The podcast dojo is Ray. The Yellow Kazoo is the Yellow Kazoo. And we're gonna get you up to speed, right? I wanted to save a couple. We still have a lot of topics left to talk about, right? So, but basically tonight we're just bringing up every game we might be seeing tomorrow, giving it a score, talking about it a little bit, just kind of going over everything, right? And chat, I know we've been away from you for a while, so we'll get back to you once we run through Kazoo and get her up to speed. So, we just did it with Ray. We're gonna do it with you now, okay? Of the games we've talked about so far, Monster Hunter for Switch. Where do you stand? 1 through 10. How likely?
Monster Hunter,
And I'm writing this all down, by the way.
What's that?
I'm writing this all down.
What? Oh, you're writing it all down.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah. We'll come back and make fun of each other later.
Okay, oh shit. Monster Hunter, I don't really know. I guess maybe like wait, which Monster Hunter are we talking about here?
A new ground up Monster Hunter for the Nintendo Switch that has not been announced but has been rumored.
Well, I suppose it's possible. I'll give it a 5 out of 10.
Okay, actually, that puts you exactly where I put it, a 5. Brandon gave it a 3, Ray gave it a 7. So I guess Ray's the biggest Monster Hunter fanboy here.
Actually,
there
I
you
don't
go.
like. Actually, I don't like Monster Hunter, but
I might be the biggest Monster Hunter fanboy here, actually.
yeah.
Really?
Maybe. How much do you like Monster Hunter, Kazoo?
I'm not super into it.
Alright, then I'm the winner here.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, I'm not really super into Monster Hunter.
I know there is something that you are into, though. So tomorrow, for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, they will announce Banjo-Kazooie. But if you don't believe that, 1 through 10, where do you place the likelihood of this DLC announcement for Smash Bros? Banjo and Kazooie.
Okay, so I think Banjo and Kazooie, I think they are in, but I don't know if they're gonna be in tomorrow. That's my only thing about
Right.
that
That's a
whole.
good point that none of us have talked about. But okay, so what number would you place it for? And it's for tomorrow, right? So like if you were to put like a 1 for a game, that doesn't mean you don't think it'll ever come. It just means you don't think it'll likely be tomorrow, right? So, but what score would you give it? What do you think?
Maybe like a 6 or a 7. 6.5.
I'm gonna round you up to a 7. I'm gonna round you up to a 7 because I'm gonna do you a favor because it's totally happening tomorrow.
Because it's what?
It's totally happening tomorrow, so I'm gonna do you a favor and round you
You
up.
laugh, Ray. You laugh, but you wait.
No, if it happens, that's awesome. But
If it doesn't happen, we're screwed.
I just love how big Banjo fans you guys are. That's all, man.
So, Kazoo, I gave it a 9. Brandon gave it a 9. Ray's at a 5. We got a Gruntilda witch over here.
Gruntilda Witch.
Yeah, and you're a 7. So with that in mind, where do you put Rare Replay for Switch?
Ooh. Well, if Banjo happens, then Rare Replay is happening. So
7?
mm,
6? Negative 17?
it's contingent. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah.
So maybe I don't know. I guess I would give it a 7 also.
Okay, 7. Is that your final answer?
I guess.
All right, you just won $1 million. Congratulations.
Oh, $1 million.
Yeah, until Banjo is not announced to see this. All right, so Ori.
Ori, I think yes. I think yes on Ori.
Okay.
Because partially because Spawn Wave seems to think it's happening. So
Right, you believe in Spawn Wave. We all believe in Spawn Wave.
yes.
All hail the Spawn Wave. So,
Yes.
what
yes.
would you define the number yes as?
The number yes.
Yes. 1 through 10.
Yes. That would probably be a -7.
Okay, so I'm gonna put you as a 9. Okay. All right. So, what about Master Chief Collection?
Master Chief Collection, I mean, that's oh man. I don't know. Master Chief Collection is possible. I really don't know. I haven't heard a lot about Master Chief Collection.
Okay. I'll give you.
Actually, Andres, if you don't mind, I said Master Chief Collection 0, right?
You did.
Could you please change that to -15, please?
Okay. Yeah. Negative 15. Writing that, scratching out the 0. Alright, so you got a negative 15. Where do you stand?
I think. Hey, Brandon, we can't hear you, man.
Yeah, sorry. I hit the unmute button. It didn't work. My mic was hating on me. It was a hater. But the funny thing is, me and Andres only put it as a 5 because we think it might get announced later. That's the only reason for 5. Because if we thought it was gonna announce now, like for sure, it would be like higher.
I'm
We'd
gonna
be
get
like,
to chat in a
but
moment,
maybe
guys.
it'll be announced later.
I just want to catch up. I want to catch up with the scores here. So Kazoo, just spit out a number 1 through 10. Master Chief Collection. You have 3 seconds. 3, 2. Okay. All right. Oh, there's one thing we. Oh man, one game I actually skipped that I'll get to you guys in a moment. All right. So Splatoon 3. 3 seconds.
0.
Okay,
0. Not there.
All
No.
I
Alright.
feel you.
It's way too. They just announced the final Splatfest. Ow, frick.
Exactly.
They just announced the final
Exactly. There are no more Splatfest for Splatoon 2 because they're gonna have Splatfest for Splatoon 3. I'm just kidding. Alright, so
Well, no, I realize that, and that's the whole thing. But no, it's way too soon. It's way too soon for a Splatoon announcement.
I think that's fair. 0's a good score. What about Banjo 3?
Banjo 3.
5,
No.
4, 3.
No.
You
If
got 2
anything,
seconds. 2,
they'll start with Rare
1.
Replay.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe Banjo 3 later.
Right. So you're gonna give it a 0 for now?
Yeah, I
One.
would say give it a 0 for now.
Okay. So just to go over, Ray also put a 0 for Splatoon 3. Brandon put a 1. I put a 3. For Master Chief Collection, I put a 4. Brandon put a 5. Ray put a negative 15. Put a 2.
Negative. There you go.
I'll worry about the others later. I'll run through all these numbers at the end of the podcast. Ray put negative 10 for Banjo 3. Brandon and I both put 3. So this again, I didn't ask either Ray or you, Kazoo. What about a Bravely game, like Bravely Default, Bravely Second, or a new Bravely Third? Do you think we can see that tomorrow at all?
Well,
Was that announced at the Square conference and we didn't hear about it by any chance?
That's the thing. I'll say 0. I'll give it a 0 just because the Square conference, like they didn't mention anything about it. So usually, in the past, last year we known of Project Octopath, but I don't know. I don't think so. I feel like they would have announced it and then Nintendo would have gone over it tomorrow. So I'll give it a 0.
Okay.
I think that what they usually do with third party like the big third parties, I think what they usually do is that they'll go like they'll
do like a showcase.
They save it. They always save it for their conference, like Nintendo does. And Nintendo always saves it for their conference. Is what I'm trying to say. And so technically, it's possible still.
Right. I agree. I think it's still possible. But they can save it for later. It doesn't have to happen now.
I mean, as you said, right? What we're talking about is the score we're giving the possibilities of these games being shown tomorrow. This doesn't mean that we don't know.
Right.
I mean that we may not get these games at all.
Right.
I do think if it makes you feel good, I do think that Banjo is a possibility. I just don't think it will happen.
Yeah, you gave
tomorrow.
it a 5. That's like a coin flip's chance.
Yeah, coin flip.
Yep.
That's pretty good. Yeah, if I got to flip a coin to know I was gonna be a millionaire, I'd be feeling really good.
Yeah.
I'd take those chances.
Yeah, for sure. If the other, unless the tails meant I died, then I'd.
Maybe not. Yeah.
I think I'll just not flip. So, Bravely Default or third second or any Bravely announcement. You got 3 seconds, Kazoo. 1, 2, 3. Okay, you're dead.
5.
Okay, you got a 5. All right.
Just drops dead.
All right. So, Marvel Ultimate Alliance. What score do you give that for tomorrow to show off tomorrow?
Isn't it already confirmed?
I will not confirm or deny that until you give us an answer.
Wait, what?
This may or may not be a trick
It
question.
may or yeah, it
May or may not be a trick question. Well, I would say it's a 10 because it's already confirmed.
It is. Yes, you're right.
Ding, ding, ding.
Ding, ding, ding. Okay, what about Resident Evil 2 Remake?
Which one?
Resident Evil 2 Remake. Yeah.
I would give that one. Wait. Is that a trick question also?
No, not a trick question.
No, not a trick question. I'm sorry.
That was the only trick question.
I'm sorry I put all this pressure on you.
So let's see. Is that? I'm sorry, I can't remember. Is that already out on other platforms or no?
Yes.
It is. Okay.
Just not Switch.
Okay. Just not Switch.
Yes.
Then I could definitely see an announcement from them on that.
Okay.
I could see it. I'll put it like a 7.
Interesting. Ooh, I like your opinion. We were not as optimistic though. I gave it a 3. Brandon gave it a 3. Ray gave it a 4. So Ray is more optimistic about this one than us. Just mainly because my perspective is simply that while I think it's possible, I just think that if it's going to be shown off, it'll probably be something that'll be shown off alongside a Switch Pro, which could present it better. So I think tomorrow probably isn't the timing isn't right for it. I hope I'm wrong because I really want that game on Switch. Yeah. Especially because if we don't get Monster Hunter, like we're not getting any Capcom announcements. Like maybe Monster Hunter is going to be there tomorrow. I just feel like there's got to be something good from Capcom, new from Capcom, something awesome. Yeah. So if it's not Monster Hunter, I hope Resident Evil or something cool. But we'll see. All right. There's a couple things I missed when I was going over things. This is on an envelope. Very messy. But I think there's 2 things that I missed. So Brandon and I went over Pikmin, right? Brandon and I both decided Pikmin something, not necessarily one thing or another, but all collectively something Pikmin will happen tomorrow. I gave it a 10. Brandon gave it a 10. Ray, Kazoo, what score do you give Pikmin something showing up tomorrow?
I'll give it an 8.
Okay.
Fair enough.
Okay.
I would probably. I mean, it's been done for probably a long time. Pikmin 4 has, because in 2015 Miyamoto mentioned it, saying it was like almost done, and then in 2017 I think it was mentioned again, and then now we're like, well, where is it? Like, was it Hey Pikmin? I don't think it was Hey Pikmin. I don't think they were talking
It's
about.
been confirmed that it was not.
Okay, yes.
Yes. I can get a source. I don't want to, but I can get a source.
Oh, you can give a source if you wanted to. Dang.
Well, you can watch my Pikmin 4 video, being at IE3. In the comments, I put a source to someone who brought Hey Pikmin up. So if you go to that video, you can see I linked it there.
Okay.
Yeah. But,
great.
So...
Then, okay.
So what score do you give it? And it doesn't have to be Pikmin 4, it could also be Pikmin 3 remastered, right? One or the other. Or both.
Pikmin in general, I would probably give it 10.
Okay.
Nice.
Ray the pessimist with the optimist with the 8.
Ray the pessimist.
8's still pretty good. 8's really good. So, yeah. I think us giving it 10 is us being like super confident.
I gotta try to keep my butt saved, man.
Yeah, you're covering your bases. Yeah, 8 you still get the satisfaction of being right without being hit hard if you get it wrong.
Yeah, there you go.
True.
You're just setting yourself up for disappointment.
Yeah, you could just say that Ray's a coward. How pissed would you be if they announced Banjo 3 tomorrow after you gave it a negative 10?
I'm not gonna be pissed. I'm just gonna laugh. I'm just gonna laugh. What can I do?
Well, this is all for fun, right? Like this means nothing, just for fun. All right. So one more thing before we completely catch up, then we'll get to the chat, then we'll run through some new stuff. All right. So a new IP. This is not a specified game. I should not tell you my scores or Brandon's scores until after you guys give your own opinions, because I don't want our opinions to sway your own. I made a mistake earlier. I told you guys the scores for Pikmin. Shouldn't have done that. At any moment, I know it's tough. It's tough. A new IP from Nintendo.
Oh wait, hold on. I didn't even hear the question. That's what it was.
Right. 1 through 10. What are the what do you think is likely we will see a new IP from Nintendo?
Oh,
So,
I mean, an 11.
11. Oh, okay.
11.
Oh, Ray is very confident on this one.
11.
Not confident on like anything else. Why this? Why are you confident on this?
Ray right here, like,
Well,
I think we discussed that like last week.
like
didn't
every
we?
year they have like something new to it.
They have something.
Yeah. Like last year was Sushi Strike. Like it doesn't have to be like something big, right? It's technically a new IP if it's just a new name title, right? Even a spin-off can be a new IP. Like
Wait,
Luigi's
that was
Mansion.
their IP? Wait, Sushi Strike was
yeah.
theirs?
Yeah, it's Nintendo's.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're
11. It's time for that robotic character to be shown.
True.
Yes, but that my contention. We'll
It's
talk about
gonna
it later. It is not a new
It's,
IP.
it's time for Monita to be shown.
Monita-
Well, that wouldn't be a new IP though.
Well, unless it wasn't Nintendo Land and it was just Monita starring in a different game, right? Because Luigi's Mansion is a different IP than Super Mario, right? But
True.
it started off as a spin-off.
That is true.
Yeah.
That is true.
Monita's Crazy Donkey Kong Kart Star Fox Racer Adventure.
Oh my god.
I don't know if I want that or not.
I can't wait for the sequel.
I'm not sure if I want that either.
You will when you see it. Trust me, Monita's the boss. All right, so Kazoo, new IP.
New IP. I would say. I would give it. I'll give it an 8.
Okay, an 8. So for our scores, I gave it an 8. Brandon gave it a measly 4. Ray gave it
Four,
a very,
Brandon,
What?
a
very
four.
Brandon.
On that. Contingency.
Brandon.
I said if it was something big, it'd be a 4. Likely that it would be a big new IP.
Oh,
Like
If it's a small
Splatoon.
one, I put like an 8.
okay, fair enough.
Okay, whatever. I'll give you a 6 average.
Andres is trying to cheat, man.
I revised it to an 8 for you, Brandon.
Thank you.
And Ray, you're at a strong 11. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna roll over that 1 into the Banjo 3 to turn it negative 9.
No.
And Kazoo, you're at an 8. So we're caught up now. We still got a lot to talk about, by the way. We're scratching the surface.
Okay, because see, I thought that I was so late that it was gonna be over by the time
No. I'll say some stuff. We still haven't talked about Xenoblade or Mall stuff. We touched on, but we haven't like rated it yet. Metroid, Mario Sports, Pokemon, third-party stuff like Witcher 3, Dark Souls, Persona 5, Overwatch, Town, Zelda, Luigi's Mansion 3, Animal Crossing, Fire Emblem, and Nintendo racing game. We still got stuff to talk about. So
Nintendo racing game.
I put Nintendo racing, like it could be, we could talk about multiple. Wave Race, F-Zero, Mario Kart. So there's stuff.
Like
and
Mario.
you by the way, guys, you can bring, if there's something you think might be at E3, bring it up. Bring it up.
What about something that I don't think will be at E3, but I want it to be at E3? What about that?
If it's possible, if you think it's at least possible, yeah, go ahead. Half-Life 4?
What?
No.
Half-Life 4?
Half-Life 4? When 3 hasn't even been announced
Yeah,
yet?
exactly. That's how it works.
Yes. No, but listen to me here, guys. Ghost Trick Collection for Switch.
I saw a Let's Play of that. I feel like I played it, actually. It was really cool.
I don't.
Ghost Trick.
I'll look that up right now.
Yeah, no one knows what this game is.
Yeah, no one knows, but it's amazing.
I'm gonna
Ghost
give that.
Trick
I'm
is
gonna give
amazing.
that a 0.
Oh yeah. No, it's definitely like a 0.
I'm gonna give it a 0 for
But-
everyone.
I mean,
It's an old DS.
maybe.
You know what? I'm gonna
Maybe.
do you a favor. I'm gonna give it a 1.
No, I give it a 10. I give it a 10.
Oh, she's going for it.
Just go. This is where you're gonna put all your marbles.
Ghost Trick. There was actually a poll. The guy, what is his name? The guy who blocks anyone who speaks English to him.
Cameo from Yeah. Kamiya.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Him. He put out a poll saying like, what do you want to see from like the people who made it? I guess I don't know. I don't remember. It was a while ago. And I think the winner was Ghost Trick 2. I sure voted for Ghost Trick 2. So.
Okay.
I don't know what he's planning to do with that poll, but.
All right. Well, you gave him 10. So if it happens, you get all the credit.
Can I add?
One.
Can I add one to the possibilities of being?
Of course. Yeah.
Shin Megami Tensei 5.
Oh crap! I forgot to write that down.
We need to see something of that game. We haven't seen anything.
And we know they already started, and
Yeah. All right.
Right.
and they should be pretty far on it at this point.
Right.
Yeah.
It should be coming out next year, hopefully.
It's a game I don't care about, so I'm gonna give it a 6.
Oh my god.
I'll say
What the heck is wrong with you?
I'll say the 4.
6 is good.
No, it's not that. You said you don't care about that?
I've never seen any game in the entire series. So.
Really?
I've never
Wow,
played
man.
any of them.
I've
But
never
Never played any of them.
But you guys like RPGs, right?
I
Yeah.
like Xenoblade.
No. Screw that. No, I'm joking.
How dare you?
I like
I'm at...
I like Xenoblade. I like Pokemon. I play a little bit of KOTOR. I've played a few MMOs. I've played RPGs. Don't get me wrong. But they're heavy experiences, dude. I'm playing
Yeah.
Final Fantasy VII. I kind of wish I was playing the remake instead, but you know.
I'm not saying it will come out and I won't care about it when we see more of it. I'm just saying since we haven't seen anything of it and I'm not a fan of the series, I don't care about it yet.
Right.
There's a potential for me to care about it in the future.
Right, it may impress me once I see it, you know. All right, so I give it a 6. What about you guys?
4.
I'll probably give it a 7.
Okay, 7. Kazoo?
I brought it up, but that doesn't mean that I'm gonna give it a 10. You know.
Still gave it a 7. That's pretty optimistic.
I'll give it a carrot out of 10 because I really have no idea.
Canary?
We'll put you down for a 5 then.
Okay,
That's
5.
in between.
Yeah, put me down for a 5.
I want to get to the chat because it's been a little bit. So, let's see. I got a couple ads here, right here. Guys, if you see anything interesting you want to point out in the chat, please help me out because
Yeah.
The hype is real.
Sabbath just said something that should not be said, and that's a Hey Pikmin port for Switch. How could you say that?
Hey Pikmin! Hey Pikmin for Switch!
Bonehead is saying Banjo's a 10. There you go. There you go. All aboard the hype train. By the way, guys, Banjo doesn't happen. I'm sorry. Okay. Take everything with a grain of salt. Take everything with a grain of salt. But Banjo-Kazooie is still going to be announced tomorrow.
Wait, you're totally sure Banjo and Kazooie are going to be announced?
Yeah.
I'm as sure as I could be. I'm as sure as I could be without Nintendo actually announcing it.
Okay.
But because Nintendo has not announced it, you never really know. You
Yeah.
never really know. So, you know, of course.
I feel like I was confident in Banjo and Kazooie until like this morning, and I was like, well,
Why? Why
You
this morning?
know-
What changed this morning?
well, I was like, well, you know, whenever you're like certain that Nintendo is going to do something, that's when they don't do it.
I feel that.
I am certain that we will see Pokemon, we will see Luigi's Mansion, we will see Fire Emblem, we will see Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3.
An Animal Crossing.
Well,
No.
not so many people are as certain.
Those people need to shut up and stop ruining this
I
for
believe
me.
we will see Animal Crossing tomorrow. Yeah.
We better see Animal Crossing tomorrow,
Don't
but
put that negative energy into the universe.
it has not been confirmed.
True.
But it was reaffirmed that it was still slated for 2019 at the previous quarterly business investors meeting.
That is true.
So, you know.
So we need to see it. We need to see it. It is concerning though. We have not had any information since the little Tom Nook in his office reveal.
Mhm.
So,
Yes, but also Super Mario Odyssey was teased, announced, and revealed, blown out, all within like 4 or 5 months. No,
Right.
less like 9 months, I should say. I'm sorry, I got confused with Breath of the Wild. Like it was, it was teased in October. It came out in October.
Mm-hmm.
So that's wait.
Yeah. Mario Odyssey was teased with. Remember the Switch reveal event? The trailer.
Yeah. Yeah. Nintendo New York.
So many people were saying
That was January, by the way.
No. There was a trailer that came out that said that would introduce Nintendo Switch.
Oh, the October trailer.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's what I said. Event, so that's my bad.
Okay.
I confused it. It's my fault. But there was a trailer that showed Mario Odyssey footage and Skyrim remastered footage, and so many people said that no, those are just concepts. No, they're not concepts. That's gameplay, my friends. Some people said they weren't real games. Like, no, they're both real games. And sure enough, as history has shown us, they were both real games. But I'm just saying, Mario Odyssey, a really big Switch game, was teased, revealed, and blown out, and released all within a year. So,
Smash for a shorter time period.
Smash is even shorter. You're right. That was I think like a March Nintendo Direct.
March to December. Yeah, it was revealed in March. Oh no, I remember now. Yeah, you're right. It was October to October. Yeah, teased. Well, so it was a year. So for Mario Odyssey.
You guys remember also that people were talking about Xenoblade not launching the same year it was revealed?
Announced, revealed in January event, came out December. So many people. There are people that technically owe me money that I have not helped to.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
I remember even seeing people debating Nintendo. Yeah, this game is not gonna come out. They said a couple of times that it was gonna come out the same year. I was like, guys, do you guys develop the game, or like if Nintendo told you they're gonna release it the same year and they told you like 1,000 times, chill, it's gonna come out.
I feel like people just the instant there's like even a slight chance that something's gonna get delayed, they're just like, it's delayed.
People just want to prepare. People want to prepare themselves for the blowback. They don't want to get upset, so they're just assuming, oh, it's just not going to happen. It's not happening. Like, whatever. So, I wanted to get to the chat, but think about your scores, so we don't have to dwell too much on it for Animal Crossing. We'll talk a little bit more about Animal Crossing. I want to get through the chat, though. I said I'd get to the chat. I'm getting to the chat. Computer Robots added me, and what about until he said, start prepping for those shocked Erdrick faces, boys. But yes, first Soul laugh, and then I'll cry if Banjo doesn't make it. Yeah, I think I'll be upset, but don't worry, it'll happen. We'll see. But who knows? He also says, but who knows? He might get a 3 reveal for Banjo, Erdrick, and Sora. That'd be insane. I'll explode. Japan can get Erdrick, and we can get Banjo. Savage64 says, that would be amazing. Yeah, I did a little bit of an edit, Josh, to make sure everyone's names were shown in the stream. I can edit on the fly. Hey.
There you go.
Oh my god. Let me see. Computer Robots added me. On a scale of 1 to 10, do you think DC Comics vs. Capcom would show up on the Direct tomorrow?
DC versus Capcom?
Yeah.
That's a negative 100 right there, my friend.
That's not happening.
I'm gonna say 1. I'm gonna say 1 because he said the scale is 1 to 10.
I'm gonna say 0.
Yeah, I'm sorry, man.
Less than 1% chance. Less than 1 out of 10 chance. Yeah.
So I'm just gonna point out, I really appreciate the Computer Robots and Savage64 talking about my Link's Awakening reaction. I like, it actually makes me happy you guys remember that. I was really excited. I think I remember seeing watching my reaction. I was red screaming, "It's Zelda!"
It is Zelda.
Yeah.
It's Zelda. It's Zelda.
It was just. It was
If I didn't put a hard limiter on my microphone, so I wouldn't blow it with a peak, it would have been really bad.
And then they showed the gameplay, and he was like, "Oh."
That also happened. Yes.
Dude, me and him were both dying. We were literally.
I warmed up to it, but I was not prepared for it. I was not prepared for what I saw.
It was just a shock because it was different than what we expected.
Yeah, man. I remember Brandon in the background. Beep, beep. Oh my God, a beep, beep.
Dude, I was like, as soon as I saw the water and the waves, I was like, this is Link's Awakening remake. This is what this is. He's on a boat. Like, even before I saw that it was Link, I was
I'm on a boat.
Awakening.
And you guys I think you guys did talk about something Zelda. Didn't you guys prior to that?
Yeah, there were some rumors about it.
We our inside information told us that there'd be a 2D Zelda, but we weren't sure how much to buy into that. And by our inside sources, we mean public inside sources, right?
Is it the same source that's telling you guys that Banjo is gonna be in Super Smash Bros. Tomorrow?
I have multiple sources telling me Banjo-Kazooie is gonna be.
Wait, you have Oh, I didn't realize you had sources telling you that.
I don't have that many sources. Most of them are public sources. But there have been a couple
Okay.
people. There have been a couple people who have said that. Yeah. A couple. So I don't know like a whole bunch. I'm not like these like leakers. I don't have that much information. Most of my information is research, guys.
Right.
That is my information, right? I do research and I make predictions based off that research, right? Like for Pokemon,
Right.
I read interviews, I looked at the history for different Pokemon games, I saw what they were doing in Pokemon Let's Go, and based off all of that, the moment I saw Pokemon Let's Go, I was saying the next Pokemon game is going to have roaming Pokemon all throughout the land, it's going to be open world, it's going to have a lot more interactivity with the Pokemon, they're going to focus on that, and sure enough, they're focusing on the interactivity of the Pokemon, they're all throughout the game, there's roaming Pokemon everywhere, and a big part of the game is open world. So, like, I said that based off the research, not because someone told me that's what was going to happen.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, but I also get things wrong. Like, I was thinking, oh, maybe armor Pokemon are going to happen. And instead, we're getting Dynamaxing, which I think is cool. I think it's different. So, I appreciate that, you know?
Yeah.
For Banjo, I have many videos on it. But also,
I know you do.
There's a lot of insiders coming out and saying it. So, like, it's probably happening.
I am thinking Banjo is gonna be in Smash for sure.
Yeah, book it. It's happening, guys. Don't worry. It's happening.
I'm thinking it for. I'm thinking it might happen for sure. Definitely, maybe. Definitely, probably, actually.
Definitely, certainly, probably, maybe. Yeah, but we're gonna find out tomorrow, guys. We're gonna find out in apparently
13 hours?
13 hours. I thought it was
A little under 13 hours?
I thought the direct was gonna be sooner. I was wrong, but that's fine.
Dang.
Sabbath, I'm glad you find my screams hilarious. Hello there, Conga Line Monkey. Man, I'm gonna be so hyped tomorrow, bro. There's gonna be so many. We'll see. We'll see what happens. I'm ready for it.
It's gonna be fun to watch for sure.
I'm just telling you this, okay? All those other presentations, I did not stream them, one, because it's working. But two, because I know if I stream them, I'm just gonna be like this. Oh, that's cool. Oh, yeah, that's neat. Ooh, that's so pretty. Okay.
That's
my phone.
No, my entire reaction.
Oh, really? Most of this is all CGI. Okay, I give no craps. Like, that's, like, they're not, most of these conferences don't interest me. Like, the whole Cyberpunk thing with Keanu Reeves, I think Keanu Reeves is a super cool person. I think Cyberpunk has an interesting concept, but I did not like that it all just showed was a CGI trailer. Like, that didn't hype me up at all. Like, everyone's talking about it, I'm not even remotely hyped for it, you know? I need to see the game and how it's gonna play. Like, that's what I want. So when we got to see, is it Death Stranding, the new,
Yeah.
God.
Hideo Kojima?
Hideo Kojima, thank you. Like, his new game. Like, we got to see gameplay for it, and now I'm excited for that. I'm like, oh, that's interesting, right? So that kind of gets me. I can't wait for tomorrow, man. I'm so excited. Jugs McGee, hello.
I am really excited.
Oh, this is a holiday. I'm so happy. I just need some snacks. I don't have them.
Sad boy.
Yeah.
Jugs McGee's my boy.
He is the boy.
Yeah.
Oh, Colin Monkey is asking Kazoo.
Yep.
Would you main Kazooie?
Maybe. I mean, if I could actually learn the character, maybe.
I'll be so excited for Banjo. I'm gonna want to try and get good with him, but at the same time, I feel like some people are gonna be using him. I'm gonna be pissed off because everyone's using him. But maybe it'll die out, you know. Or maybe I'll just use Duck Hunt.
Duck Hunt? What?
He's Banjo-Kazooie's Echo Fighter.
Ooh.
Oh my god.
Yeah, a lot of people have said just make Banjo-Kazooie an Echo Fighter of Duck Hunt.
An Echo Fighter for Duck Hunt? I mean...
No, that can't happen. Although, I wouldn't be surprised if they started off with Duck Hunt as like a model to work off of, right? Because it's already like a 2-character thing.
Yeah, I could see that with like a main character and then like a lesser character.
Right, and they kind of the platform work. I could see how they could maybe build off that, but it would still feel and look completely different once it's actually done.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh no ukulele! Don't mention that in front of me. Actually, what do you guys think of that new ukulele?
Why no ukulele? Why don't you like ukulele?
Because
Not Banjo.
yeah,
It's an excuse to not put Banjo.
Oh, you hate it because it's not Banjo.
I don't hate it. I just don't
I
love
hate
it.
the idea of it getting into Smash.
Oh, you
Yeah,
just don't like it.
I don't think it deserves to be in Smash. It's not like that big of a deal. Not even Shovel Knight can make it into Smash as a fighter. Why should ukulele? Like, you know, like think about how successful ukulele was compared to things like Shantae and Shovel Knight. And Shantae's not even an assist trophy. Shantae's not.
Shantae got the shaft. She should have been in at
Isn't
least
she a
in-
spirit?
Yep.
Is she? Okay.
Yeah, she's a spirit.
Okay.
Like ukulele's nothing like that. Like those two indie characters, right? So even
Yeah,
though I
but
understand
ukulele's not really the level of
No.
hype.
no, it's not.
Mhm. I thought the 2D platformer ukulele looked cool. Obviously, I'm very cautious.
It just annoys me. It feels like a Donkey Kong Country game, which I think is cool. What annoys me though is that they're marketing the 3D aspect as an actual 3D world. That's not 3D. That's less 3D than A Link Between Worlds.
Nah, it's the same 3D. It's the same top-down view.
It's
I saw
top
your
down.
tweet.
It's top down to like 2D gameplay.
Yeah, it's not-
polygon. It
not
has
a-
polygons, but it's
Yeah.
not. It's 2D gameplay.
It's top-down. They shouldn't have marketed it as 3D. They should market it as top-down.
Because they didn't want blowback from introducing their next ukulele game and people was like, oh wait, so they completely abandoned the whole sandbox third-person open world style for a much simpler take. But I think it's gonna be fun. I just don't think it's gonna be a big deal.
Bro, ukulele looks amazing. Like, this is one of these games that is really, really making me want to go back and play Banjo, but I just know that I'm not going to be able to play it because it's just so outdated. So I think that ukulele is definitely going to be the answer right now to play. Like,
I think.
I think,
What
I
if they
think, I
remastered
think,
Banjo?
no, I just think ukulele is going to be the next Banjo. Just give it a couple of years, you know, and you'll
Do
see
you
how.
really think so? I don't know about the next Banjo. Banjo is like a beloved.
No. I'll say this: ukulele is better than Banjo. You know, it's better than Banjo, and it's gonna be in Super Smash Brothers tomorrow.
What do you mean it's better
You
than
just-
Banjo?
Guys,
If you've never played
he's
it,
trolling.
Yeah,
He's
he's
trolling. You can't
He's
take.
trolling.
He's not. You can't take him seriously. He's trolling.
You're trolling. I know you're
He's
straight.
just trying to rile us up. He starts off sounding real serious, says something that doesn't seem too bad, but just like a little
Oh,
controversial.
okay.
Then it just goes downhill. Before you know it, you're fighting in a mud pit with swords and lava everywhere, and you just realize he's actually a troll.
lava everywhere.
Swords and lava from the Minecraft universe, and you realize
It's like, I got you. It's Minecraft Steve, you fools. Yeah.
No, I don't think. In all seriousness, though, I mean, I don't know. I never played ukulele, but I don't
You
know
didn't
what to
play,
think.
man.
No, I didn't play it.
either because of the reviews.
No, I didn't play it because I don't know. It never interested me. I felt. I don't know. Like when you compare it like to Banjo, I don't know. It looks so lifeless. I don't know. I just never cared for it. I never bought it, never played it. And what they showed is definitely not something that catches my interest. So
I don't know. I love Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze. So if it plays as good as that game, which I don't think it will, but if it plays even close, I'll be happy.
I think I would play ukulele if it was at a discount. I'd buy it on a discount. Like,
Yeah.
actually, I should look that up. Maybe I can get them for a Switch for a good price.
Is it
But-
free on Game Pass? I'll play if it's on Game Pass.
Oh yeah, I'd do that. So, but let's get back into the swing of things here, guys. So, Animal Crossing, right? What do you guys think it's gonna be there tomorrow? Give me your scores.
10. Straight fucking 10.
Yeah, I would say 10.
It is a 10 for me.
Wow, all of you guys are super confident.
These haters over here being
I feel like I tend to be. Do you guys think I'm more optimistic than you guys? Like, honestly.
Depends on the subject.
Okay.
Sometimes you're more optimistic, sometimes you're more pessimistic. It's kind of, I don't know, you're about the same then. I guess it averages out.
Okay. All right. Just
I
curious.
feel like your optimism scales with your hype, though.
That's not a good thing.
It's not.
Don't-
Not all the time, but you're definitely objective a lot, but sometimes you definitely lean a little bit more.
Yeah,
Toward-
I agree. I agree with that. I'm gonna say, and bear in mind, I'm not a big Animal Crossing fan.
2.
I'm gonna give
Well,
it.
you should be. Everyone should be a big Animal Crossing
I'm
fan.
gonna
True.
be a 9.
Yeah.
Giving it a 9.
I'm sorry, Andres, but you give Banjo and Super Smash Brothers a 10 and you give Animal Crossing a 9?
First of
A
all,
game that was actually announced?
Announced,
First of all-
yeah, announced and confirmed for
First of all-
2019.
First of all, I gave Banjo-Kazooie a 9.
Oh, did
oh.
you?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
Pick me a 10. Pick me.
I apologize.
Yeah. Yeah. Actually, no, it's gonna be a 10. Change my mind. I just thought about it. There's no way they're gonna do the direct without even talking about it. There's no way. There's no way.
Yeah.
There's no way. Like maybe it'll be delayed till 2020, which is why I said 9. Like I'm a 9 for Animal Crossing to come out in 2019. Okay, but for it to be there tomorrow, it's a 10. I'm sorry, it's a 10.
I'm a 10 on both aspects. 10,
Yeah.
10 on both.
Me too, man. 10.
Yeah.
I
10.
totally fell at first. I totally fell for the fake Animal Crossing thing that was made. Did you guys see about that? It was like a development update.
Did you put that in the Discord?
Oh yeah, that's it. Yeah,
Oh my god,
That-
no. That was-
I totally fell for that for like. Well,
I'll say
after
this. I'll say this.
So I watched the
I
whole
saw you
thing,
write
and
it.
I was like, oh no.
I read development update and my heart fell. Like I had a
Yeah.
physical pain in my chest for like half a second until I finished.
And then
reading
you
it.
saw, the
I knew it had to be
killing.
fake after half a second of processing.
Yeah.
Yeah. But isn't it funny how development update has become like the worst words in gaming?
Yes.
For real.
Yeah. You see a
Absolutely.
new Metroid Prime development Metroid Prime development.
Yeah. Yeah. That's accurate, Andres. That's accurate.
Yeah, it was so bad. And they did the same thing for Zelda too. It was
Yes, they did.
bad times. Bad times. Luigi's Mansion 3.
10.
10.
Obviously.
It's
We're gonna get a.
That's
You're
another
gonna get
trick
a release date.
question.
It's another trick question, guys. It's definitely a 10.
It's a
been confirmed.
10.
It's been confirmed. Actually, watch it not be during the direct. It's actually during the treehouse, so we're all wrong.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
No, but
no, they've only all they've shown for that is
yeah, just a trailer.
I
We need to
believe
learn about
it
the
was none of it was gameplay footage
It was.
or
game. Yeah, it was gameplay.
or a little bit of it.
There was gameplay. Yeah.
A little bit of it
I'd
was
say 100% of it was gameplay, other than like the main like.
It was all using the in-game engine anyway. So, which is gonna look better by now and probably look even better by release. But yeah, but let's talk about Luigi's Mansion for a little bit instead of just running through it. I think we're gonna learn about more of the game. Obviously, like you said, Kazoo, they have to talk about it. We're gonna learn something new. I think it's gonna get like a big segment during the direct.
What's
Yeah.
that?
I think Luigi's Mansion 3 is gonna get a big segment during the direct, like 5 to 8 minutes.
I agree.
Probably.
Actually, I heard 8 minutes. Let's say 8 minutes.
I think it's gonna get a segment. Yeah, between 8 and 10 minutes is
I have
fair.
water. I'm gonna die of thirst.
I don't know if it'd be
I don't know. That may seem like a little long. Probably
Amazing.
5, yeah.
I mean, it is.
I could
30 minutes.
definitely see that, like, getting
So,
a segment.
When I
between
made my
10 minutes, I could
initial,
definitely see that.
okay, when I not initial, when I made my final E3 predictions, which is a video that's like already a month old now, it's aged decently, but the point I wanted to make in that video was that of all the games that Nintendo has announced to come out this year, everything has kind of gone blown out a little bit. Fire Emblem, Dragon Quest XI, Pokemon, right? Mario Maker 2. So it really only leaves Astral Chain, Link's Awakening, Animal Crossing, and Luigi's Mansion. But the thing about Link's Awakening, it's a remake, so how much of it...
Yeah, I predicted it's gonna get a pretty short segment, probably only like 2.
Yeah.
3.
Like
Yeah,
might,
I wouldn't think it would get a long segment.
Like, it really just needs another trailer that announces some of the new features. And then have it playable during the treehouse. And that could be 1:30 seconds, right? So, you don't really need that much time for that one. They may spend like 3 or 4 minutes on it, right? But it doesn't need that much time. Which leaves Astral Chain, Luigi's Mansion, and Animal Crossing. Maybe they give Daemon X Machina a segment. I hope it just gets
I could see that. I think they would do that because it's been
to
in
highlight
directs
to
before.
highlight its changes.
I predicted to get a segment because we don't have a release date for it. It's just January 19.
But so Daemon X Machina and Link's Awakening probably get a segment. It'll be a little shorter. Astral Chain might get a slightly shorter segment just because it's not like in-house Nintendo. It's being second party developed by Platinum Games. But Animal Crossing, Luigi's Mansion are gonna get big segments, and the direct's gonna be about 40 minutes. So that's their leave time for some big announcements. Including Banjo-Kazooie.
Crossing's like its segment. I think it's gonna be about 10-15 minutes.
Oh my god, I hope not.
Which one?
I hope not.
Animal Crossing.
Animal
I
Crossing's
think-
gonna love that.
I think
I just
so.
want a trailer, man.
Actually,
I'm a fan of
I
just
would
getting
be fine
trailers.
with that. I'll be fine with 10 to 15 minutes. I mean,
Actu-
I was really hoping more for about 30 minutes of Animal Crossing, and then just like 10 minutes for everything else. Like I would have been fine with that.
Too much.
That seems reasonable, right?
No.
yeah, I think Animal Crossing is what's gonna get the most attention on the direct.
Right, I think that's
I don't
probably
think
fair.
I don't think it's gonna be like Super Smash Brothers like last year.
I would hope
But-
so.
Oh my god, no.
Yeah,
I hope not.
Smash was too long last year.
Super Smash Brothers was too long, but I think like a 10 to 15. Yeah, but something like 10-15 minutes or something like that would be reasonable in my opinion.
Yeah,
I think
for E3 by far.
I think it should get 8 to 10 minutes. I hope it's not 10. I hope Animal Crossing is not 25% of the entire direct.
Anything of it, and it's like the biggest game that they need to show off.
Yeah.
I understand that.
No, you don't understand it because you haven't played it.
completely understand it.
No,
don't
I played the GameCube Animal Crossing. I played the DS Animal Crossing. I played the stupid mobile game Animal Crossing.
This is a 10 million seller game that we know nothing about. We're gonna get 10 to 15 minutes.
It's gonna be big. I just don't want. I'd rather get a 10-minute segment on Metroid Prime 4. I'd rather get a 10-minute segment on
Well, yeah, but
Xenoblade
that's
3.
not gonna be there. Why would that?
I didn't say I would
there?
be. I just say I'm just talking about what I want. Okay? I like
Oh,
aliens
okay.
and medievals and princesses and blood and death and despair. I did say princesses. That's a good thing. That's not evil and negative, right? And aliens and fantasy dragons. Like that's what I like. I don't like furry, cuddly animals and cute, pretty worlds. Okay? I like Dark Souls and just platforming and jumping to like. It's just a.
You like the blood and the gore. No cute.
Super
fuzzy
Mario and Zelda are my
Andre.
favorite games. They don't have blood.
We need both. We need both.
We need.
This podcast is so fun.
I'm having fun.
I am too.
Oh gosh.
I agree, guys.
By
That
the
Animal
way,
Crossing
no.
deserves a long, healthy, party segment.
Listen.
100%.
Play New Leaf. Play New Leaf.
Nearly amazing.
New
And you'll
leaf.
see-
New leaf.
Play
New
New
Leaf.
Leaf, man.
I'm gonna just buy. I'm gonna buy Animal Crossing Switch. Okay.
Yeah, that's fair enough. Yeah, start with Animal Crossing Switch.
Oh, by the way, I'm thinking about doing the occasional game stream back on the YouTube channel again, but I have an idea. Right, so it's still being Dark Souls remastered on Switch. So I was thinking about calling it like "Help Me Beat Dark Souls Remastered on Switch, because I can't be. Like, what if I just start doing stuff like that, like, occasionally, like, oh, help me beat this, guys. Help me beat this. Help me not have an existential crisis with Animal Crossing Switch. Like, that'll be the stream.
You never beat Dark Souls, bro?
No, I got distracted with Smash and Pokemon Let's Go.
Oh my god, because I
Yeah.
never have either. So
No, we could beat it together.
I like it. I like the idea. I think that's a good idea. I would watch an Andres Restart stream.
Of me dying incessantly. Good.
That,
Yeah,
would,
that's
that would
all
be
my
great.
Sekiro stream
That
was
would be wonderful.
Good.
dying to the same boss 20 times.
do you guys think that there will be a game announced, the Three House? If so, which one do you think
I'm
will
gonna
be announced?
say... That's a good...
Metroid Prime Trilogy?
What, wait, can you repeat the question? I didn't understand.
Yeah.
Did someone read it? Is it from the chat or?
No, this is just me asking.
Oh, okay. The way you said it, it just sounded like you were reading.
No, man, I'm just trying to sound refined, you know?
Oh, I got you. You sound refined, all right.
No, I was just asking that if you guys think that there will be a game announced, the Three House. If so, which one?
A game announced at Treehouse.
Oh,
Yeah.
at Treehouse. Okay. Trip me up.
There's no 3DS anymore. So
Oh wait, did we talk about Fire Emblem?
I'm trying to shove that one under the rug.
That
Yeah, I know. I wish.
No,
you
I'm
know.
just kidding. I'm kidding. Wait, it's still on the list. We haven't gotten to it yet.
Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna get to it.
I'm gonna say 3 for something getting announced at Treehouse. It's like if it,
I'm not. I don't think it's super likely that we'll get a new game announced at Treehouse.
it happens, but it doesn't happen every year.
When has it happened? I only know of
It
one.
has happened. Samus Returns.
That's I was gonna
Metroid-
say only Metroid Samus Returns.
Yeah.
But
When-
maybe
Yeah,
we'll
yeah,
get
Few.
maybe we'll get like a port or a remaster, maybe like a Metroid Prime.
I think they would.
Trilogy
I think
remaster?
that would be announced during the direct.
You think so?
I think it's
Metroid
too
Trilogy
big.
HD would definitely get announced during the direct.
I think it's too big. Like
That'd be a
it's-
big game. That'd be a big deal, especially since Metroid Prime 4.
they know how much demand there is for it, and especially after the blowback of Metroid Prime 4, I think that's what would happen. But I will say that there are rumors that there will be a 2D Metroid. There's a 2D Metroid in the works, and maybe the reason Prime Trilogy hasn't been announced yet is because they're actually going to announce 2D Metroid this year instead, and they'll say Metroid Prime Trilogy for another year.
Possible.
Possible. I'd be disappointed, but also excited. I guess we're talking about Metroid now. Oh man, I didn't want to talk about this because I'm worried. I'm nervous. Because I want Metroid more than anything else, guys. So. Well, first, let's ask you a question. I'm gonna say no. I don't think there will be a new game announced at the Treehouse. I think we'll learn a lot of things about games announced during the direct at the Treehouse, but I don't think any new games will be announced at the Treehouse.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
I think there's a small possibility.
Hey,
Small
anything is possible, but I'm not betting.
I would say if I had to go to number 3.
3. All right.
2.
I don't know why I did
I'll
this.
give you. I'll say it 2.
2.
Yeah.
All right.
Kazoo.
I'll give it a 4.
Okay. Brandon, you said 3.
Yeah.
Ray, what are you? 5 or 1?
I'll give it a 6, man.
Okay.
I'm more optimistic than you guys this time, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
True.
All right. Okay. But let's talk about Metroid now.
You said you didn't want to talk about it. I'll tell you something better. Let's talk about Animal Crossing. The cute
No,
characters.
We finished that subject already.
flowers.
We finished it already. Unless there's a question in the chat, I'm not talking about it. No, I'm just kidding. What do you guys want to talk about with Animal Crossing? I think it's gonna have a lot more online features, even though Nintendo sucks with that. I think it's gonna be more open. I think it's gonna be beautiful. I think it's gonna be a job system. That's kind of what I expect for the next Animal Crossing.
I think I made a whole predictions video on it. You guys should all check it out. Shameless plug.
You should, yeah. Shameless plug to look at your channels in the description below. And also, Brandon and I both had a discussion video on Animal Crossing as well.
Did.
Yeah.
That's on your
I
channel.
watched that. It was pretty
You
good.
liked it? Thank you.
Oh
Glad
yeah.
you watched it. Oh, glad you enjoyed it. It's good.
Good
She
one.
liked it. She's plugging for me. Check it out.
Yeah. Check out Andres and
After the
Brandon.
podcast, when you guys can't sleep from all the
Animal
excitement, you should
Crossing.
just binge all our videos.
You know what?
Let's go viral.
Yeah.
Yeah, go viral. That one did really well. It got like
Yeah, people are hungry for
1,000
Animal
plus
Crossing.
views.
People are hungry for Animal Crossing, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I mean, I honestly think this Animal Crossing for Switch is gonna be really good.
Yeah.
Even though I've been kind of like smack talking it, like I think it's gonna be really good.
It
Yeah,
will
man.
convert
That's
you
just,
to the Animal Crossing fandom.
They're gonna kill me. I already hear the screams and the pitchforks and the torches. Yeah. So.
Yeah, I think there will be too many angry people if Animal Crossing doesn't show up during the direct tomorrow.
Right, no, yeah,
But-
yeah, yeah. When I thought about it, I was gonna give it a 9, but I was like, I had to think. I was like, no way. There's no way they're not gonna at least mention it. There might be. We have a development update for Animal Crossing Switch, and then the entire stream just like the numbers just halve and dislikes come raining in before they.
Dislikes, no. That's when the numbers would fill and there'd be nothing but angry comments. The internet would actually crash and the stream would just end.
Have you
And
guys noticed that?
the apocalypse would start?
Have you guys noticed that whenever Nintendo has a stream, their dislikes are turned off?
I have,
You guys noticed that?
yeah.
yep.
Ooh.
Yeah. It's weird.
Well,
They always
Rip.
do that now. So.
Rip.
But let's go to chat to delay the inevitable Metroid discussion. I want to talk about Metroid. I'm just nervous about what everyone's gonna be like. No Prime Trilogy for you. So yeah, Link's Awakening is gonna be playable on Show 4 Sabbath. So Computer Robots asked me or added me. Super Mario Party DLC scale of 0 to 10. I'm gonna say a 3.
3. No, 2.
It's been so late. I think they're just working on the next Mario Party.
Mario Party.
I don't think it's gonna be announced this E3 though. I think it'll be next year.
What? They just released Mario Party like
Last
in
year.
October.
Yeah, exactly. Some people are thinking, what do they have an annual release?
No thanks.
I hope not.
Semi-annual, maybe, but annual,
Every 2 years is okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't see why Animal Crossing would be released like this.
Oh, I like Sav's comment here. He said, I really hope that Luigi's Mansion 3 goes back to its GameCube roots. Yes.
I
think it
seems
should be a hybrid. I hope it's a
Yeah.
hybrid. It kind of combines Luigi's Mansion 2 elements and 1 elements.
because I think the things Dark Moon had really cool set pieces and really varied environments, but
Which I appreciated.
separated and too like mission based, and
Right.
it seems they're mixing that with the more explorable, single mansion progression of the original, which is awesome.
What I liked about Luigi's Mansion 1 is it had so much atmosphere. I thought the Portrait Ghost had a lot of character, right? I hope that comes back. Not expecting the Portrait Ghost because it seems to be like a different aesthetic, but I hope they come back. And I hope at least Luigi's Mansion 3 has a lot more atmosphere, right? One of the reasons I love Metroid so much because it's all about atmosphere, like putting you in this world, immersing you, and there's the music and the effects, and it really draws you into this world. That's what Luigi's Mansion did, right? So I really hope that they focus on that for this game. We'll find out tomorrow, probably.
Yeah, like I hear that Luigi's Mansion 1 was very like creepy. The ghosts were like very creepy. They weren't like goofy like they were in Dark Moon.
I mean, it was a much darker game.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
It was a
I know
much.
that's what a lot of people want.
There is a supposed scene in Luigi's Mansion that Nintendo will not confirm. They will deny. But there's a scene in Luigi's Mansion
Luigi
where
hanging.
there's lightning strikes and it looks like Luigi is hanging, but there's like a shadow, like a silhouette of Luigi hanging. Nintendo will never, they'll never reveal that. They'll be like, no. They're sure their interview saying no, but I'm gonna say.
I wonder if it still has him hanging in the 3DS remake.
Oh yeah, that's a good point.
Wait, what?
I bet I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna
What?
I'm wondering if
because Luigi's Mansion was remade on the 3DS.
yeah,
If
so
that scene still has it.
So if the lighting, because if it's the same, that's intentional for sure.
Yeah, but I
Nintendo-
think they'll take it out.
Nintendo probably just come out and say Luigi's okay, guys. Don't worry about it. You know, like they did when what was his name? Simon Belmont
Oh yeah,
was revealed.
when the guy
When they killed Luigi.
sucked Luigi's soul out, and then
Yeah.
Simon Belmont comes in. They're like, nah, he's fine.
They go.
Don't worry, guys. Luigi is okay. Thank you for letting us know, Nintendo.
Yep.
We definitely thought a Smash reveal meant you killed off one of your most popular characters.
Okay, so I'm gonna use this to delay the Metroid discussion a little bit. Jugs and Gee, what would be an unexpected game that Nintendo might slide into the Direct? This question goes for everyone. So, you guys have heard me talk about it on the channel. Brandon, I know you know what I'm gonna say right now.
I know.
In fact, finish my sentence. I think Retro Studios' secret game might be.
Nintendo Land 2.
Yeah.
I could have answered that one also.
Yeah, I think all of you guys might have been able to. So, I think so, I recognize that some people might hate the idea that Retro Studios is making Nintendo Land, a minigame compilation on the wretched Wii U that didn't do well.
Andres, every time you say Nintendo Land, you depress my soul.
Why?
Have you played Nintendo Land?
Nintendo Land's great.
Ray, when you come over, we're playing Nintendo Land, man.
Listen to this, Andres.
Ray is coming over?
The depression on my soul.
Yeah, I mean, at one point, because he comes up to New York, so we might like hang out at some point.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Hopefully pretty soon. I'm planning to go soon, so there you go.
Well, that sounds like fun.
Yeah. We can play Nintendo Land.
Don't. Oh man.
Play Nintendo Land.
We'll make a bet, and if you lose, you have to play Nintendo Land.
You know, Nintendo Land is just so, I don't know. You know, it just gave me the worst experience on E3, and I just stayed with that.
Oh no, dude, I'm right there with you though. Don't get me wrong. When that happened, that was so disappointing, but it wasn't Nintendo Land's fault. It was Nintendo's fault.
Hey, at least it wasn't in
That
our
was a good game.
festival.
It was a good game, but it
Yeah,
wasn't.
right?
It's kind of like 3D World's a good game, right? It just timing was terrible. Like we needed like a Super Mario Galaxy 3 or a Super Mario Odyssey for the Wii U at that time, not a very minimalist cookie cutter sort of 3D World sort of thing. It was basically a 3D. It was basically an HD 3DS game. That's how it felt, an HD 3DS game.
Great.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I
So-
totally agree with you. I wish we had gotten Mario Galaxy 3. Holy cow, man. That would have been that would have been something, man. That would have been something.
I just wanted to let you know, Andres, you break my heart every time you say Nintendo Land. I just wanted you to know. I just wanted you to know.
If I'm right, and
I hope you're not. I hope you're not.
I don't know, dude. Like, you never know with Nintendo, but I am convinced that the character behind that Mario statue has to be Monita, or something that looks just like Monita. It doesn't have to. It doesn't have to be Monita. It doesn't mean that. It doesn't have to mean that it's a Nintendo Land made by Retro Studios. Maybe when we talked about it the other day, Kazoo, it could just be a theme park. It could be the Retro Studios working on a theme park, and they're using Monita in the theme park, right? That's opening up next year. It could also simply be maybe a character that looks like Monita, right, is going to be featured in maybe Star Fox Grand Prix or something like that. Or maybe it's Monita.
Wait, Star Fox. Wait, what? Star Fox Grand Prix. I thought now we were just thinking, or I thought now we thought that like, oh, that DLC that was revealed for Starlink, that was probably people probably got confused on that and thought it was a brand new game.
So, I really hope that's not the case. Although, when I think about it, so let's talk a little bit about the story for Star Fox Grand Prix a little bit, from what I know.
Please, let's just shut up about Nintendo Land.
We're going back to it.
My heart hurts too much, man.
Well, there's also Super Nintendo World, Ray. There's Super Nintendo World.
What if Retro Studios made a new Nintendo Land or Nintendo World game and it's actually like an actual like adventure from different Nintendo worlds. Like it's not just a minigame compilation. Like it's actually like a mini adventure for each different Nintendo game.
That would be so neat.
Awesome.
And it kind of brings all the franchises together.
Yeah, I'm feeling better now. Mhm.
That would just be so neat.
Feeling better. Mhm. Yep.
His stroke is prolonged for a little bit.
Oh, I just noticed we got a Dumo raid over here.
Wait, oh shoot, really?
Dumo
Oh my
plays.
gosh. I didn't see that either.
Yeah, I didn't get to chat.
I didn't see it.
Oh my gosh, wait,
Yeah.
where is it? Oh, I see it. We got Dumo. We got Trainer Price in here. We got United States of America.
This must have been far back. I'm looking.
Thanks guys for the raid.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks for coming.
Although Andre, it's your channel, I don't wanna
Nope, you're doing me great.
overstep.
Nope, you're good. Step all over.
Step all over. All right, thank you, Raiders. Welcome to the podcast. We're talking about E3.
Yeah.
I just noticed Milo and Anthony said I think they will reveal Banjo-Kazooie. We agree, except for Ray.
The hater.
No, Ray's
Except for
50-50 on it.
Ray the hater.
Ray's 50 on it. He's playing the very healthy, even keel route where it might happen, it might not happen. We shouldn't chastise him for playing
Being smarter
the
than-
safe route.
That's exactly. There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Marcus Martin is suggesting, how about just a remake of the first Metroid Prime? Well, that'd be interesting. If they do that, they better add Kraid. Better add Kraid as a boss fight if they do that.
They do what?
If they just remake Metroid Prime 1.
Oh, they just remake. Yeah.
I'd
Definitely
love
need
it.
that. If they do that, they need to like completely remake it, not a remaster. I mean, like from the ground up remake. They're just gonna do the first one, which I don't know. I kind of take it, but I want to play 2 and 3 because I haven't played those before. But to see Metroid Prime, like completely remade would be awesome. I don't think it's
Actually-
happening.
I just saw a really good point by Dumo Plays in relation to Animal Crossing. He said if Animal Crossing wasn't going to be there, they would have announced before the Pokemon Investors Brief. That's a really good point because they know how much blowback there's going to be. Think about this.
And now
Early
we're
on in
just
the
shocked.
year, they told us Metroid Prime 4 was getting a restarted development, right? They would have, if they knew that Animal Crossing was going to not happen, they wouldn't just lead people on throughout this entire year.
Oh yeah.
Because they reconfirmed the 2019 date at the previous investors meeting. They wouldn't just lead people on through this entire year thinking that 2019 could actually happen when they know how much demand there is, and just say,
Yeah.
"Oh no, it's not happening," like at E3, or just completely ignore it. No, I think it has to happen. I agree. I think that's a really good point. Alexanderson JRG. Sorry, I want to say JRPG said the only thing keeping me from buying the DLC Fires Pass for Smash is Banjo-Kazooie being absent from it. If tomorrow they get announced, then I'm going out and buying the pass along with the DLC. I think you're in. You better make sure you have the money for it, my friend. Check your bank account. Make sure you're ready to spend it.
Better
Is it
double
$30?
check on your bank
Is
account.
it's $20 or $30? I forget how much it costs, but
$25.
$25. It was the average. Oh. Oh, Congo Line Monkey's talking about Luigi's Mansion. He's saying there was a ghost baby. A ghost baby. That is pretty dark.
Yeah, that's the first boss, I
Sad.
Yeah, it is.
Aww.
think. Ain't that the
That's
first?
really dark. I don't
That's the
like that.
That's the first
at all.
boss of the game, I think.
It is.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Soldering Grider is saying, did we mention a Pikmin 3 release date? We didn't talk about release date. So
Well, Pikmin 3 released in 2013, so.
Right. But if we think a remaster is going to be announced at the E3 Direct.
Oh, remaster. Oh, I'm sorry.
Right.
I thought you meant to say Pikmin 4, but
Yeah,
you said Pikmin
yeah.
3.
Right. No, I get it.
So
I
was
would
making a
say-
joke because I'm funny.
Pikmin 3, I can't think of a date, like a time. Because the thing is, we don't even know when Link's Awakening's come out. We don't even know when Animal Crossing's coming out. The only thing, we got Pokemon for November 15th, which is very predictable, right? So, there's December as well, there's September, August. I don't know, but I would say because if it's a remaster, it is announced for this year, it could definitely fit in with one of those games I just mentioned because it's like a Wii U port. It's easier to fit it into a month. It's already has a big game coming out.
I could see September.
Yeah.
September makes sense. It does feel like more of like a summery kind of game, so like at the end of summer. Yeah, I can see that. That makes sense. Dual Play is asking Eternal Darkness tomorrow. Oh my god, a new remake, whatever. Eternal Darkness something would be great to see. I don't think it's likely.
I'll give that a 1.
I'll give it a 2, because someday it will happen. Someday.
Yeah, someday we'll get Mother 3.
Someday indeed.
I always love everyone like who predicts Mother 3 for.
Oh, by the way.
For like the next direct, and it's like, hey guys, a broken clock is always right twice.
I've been delaying the Metroid subject forever. So, Mother 3. That's the next subject. Mother 3, guys. Is it happening?
1. I'd give it a 1.
Same, 1.
Ray?
I'm sorry, what was that?
Mother 3, is it happening?
No. I'm sorry, guys. I was just there's something going on here.
Yeah.
Mother 3. No, man. Mother 3. I'm gonna have to give it a 5.
Damn.
Oh, my man. Yeah. There you go. There you go.
You know what? You know why? Because I heard. Well, no, wait, hold on. Weren't there rumors that something? Well, not necessarily at E3.
Years
but,
ago, there was rumors that Mother 3 was happening, but that was years ago, like the Wii U era.
There are always rumors that Mother 3 is happening. Okay.
Mother 3 will always be rumored, and it will always not happen.
Yeah.
Forever.
Well, I don't know if we can say that it always won't happen because, I mean, it could maybe at some point.
I'm actually also
like,
5.
What?
Who knows, really?
Yeah, let me explain. Now let me put an asterisk. So, it may not be Mother 3. It may be some sort of remake of Mother 3 or remaster of Mother 3 or some sort of Earthbound collection. Something involving the Earthbound Mother series may be announced tomorrow. And I'm only saying that because, one, Reggie, right? He's kind of teased to us that we'll eventually hear something about Mother 3 and Metroid, right? We've gotten the Metroid announcement, right? But he's retired recently, and it may be kind of like they may use this time, this E3 period. This is like the last time that it kind of makes sense to maybe say, hey, look, as a goodbye, hey, here's this Mother. I predicted that for like the supposed, what was it, the April Nintendo Direct that didn't happen, right? I was thinking that Reggie would have showed up then, but that didn't happen. So maybe Reggie will have like a goodbye moment at the Direct, maybe. And with that, they might tie in like an Earthbound thing so he could finally complete that promise. Or maybe Doug Bowser comes and is like, "Hey guys, I'm better than Reggie. Here's Mother 3." Like that.
How would that not have been leaked already? Like if Reggie was there,
Nintendo's stuff hasn't been leaked. Nintendo's like the only company that has not been leaked.
Or I'm thinking maybe we'll have...
Minus the Banjo thing, nothing's really... Well, there's a couple of things, but,
Or maybe they'll just do like a how do you say that? A introduction to the new Nintendo of America president, and we'll see like Reggie, like...
It's a combo thing, like, hello, my friends. Yeah,
like, hey, everybody, here's...
I forgot, he doesn't have to actually be there, it's pre-recorded, that's right.
Right, true.
Okay,
yeah.
So we wouldn't hear like... Oh, Reggie's like there. Like I saw Reggie.
Yeah, I introduced to you the new president of America, blah, blah, blah. And then he says, but before I leave Nintendo, I would like to show you guys my last surprise, Mother 3.
Yeah.
Or it could be the Retro Studios project. Or he's like, oh, guys, I actually have 3 things to part with, to part you guys with. 3 things.
Oh.
Well, first one, Mother 3. Second one, Metroid Prime Trilogy HD. And the third one, the legendary secret Retro Studios game. Dun 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 dun. And it's Nintendo Online 2.
Oh, God.
I mean, come on. Would you really be disappointed if Reggie came out and dropped Mother 3, Metroid Prime Trilogy HD, and a new Nintendo Land?
Nah, not really, man.
That'd be dope.
That'd be, yeah.
Or even if it's not Nintendo Land, if it's Retro Studios made like a giant, epic, open world, third person Donkey Kong Tarzan game, like that'd be cool too. Cooler, probably.
You know, yeah, very cool.
Yeah. But I think it's I'm giving it a coin flip's chance, which might be too optimistic, but hey. I'm gonna die fighting for Mother 3 the same way I'm gonna die fighting for Metroid Prime Trilogy. Yeah. So.
It's time to get Mother 3, man.
Yeah.
It's time. It's time.
I'll upgrade my prediction to a solid 3.
Oh, we got Ray. We moved them up, man. We moved them up. We tripled his expectations for Mother 3. We went from a 1 to a 3. Mother 3. Oh.
There we go.
All right.
We see what you did there.
Yeah, there we go. There we go. Cool. All right, I don't see. I've been delaying the Metroid thing for a while, but now we're gonna talk about it. All right, so I ripped off the Band-Aid. All right, guys, two Metroid
Let's get
things.
the violin.
We're gonna split them into two. Metroid Prime Trilogy HD. Let's just do it first, then we'll talk about the 2D Metroid, which is rumored. So, Metroid Prime Trilogy HD. Where do you guys stand? Well, actually, okay.
8.
I like that. That's good.
Very confident. I was gonna say 9, but some reason I said 8. I don't even really know why.
I think it's because the 2D Metroids might have lowered your expectations a bit.
I don't know, like, would they announce it now or would they announce it when Metroid Prime 4 is closer? That's what I don't know.
I feel like it has to. It can come out at a year before Prime 4, but Prime 4.
I think they need something for Metroid now.
I think there's got to be something Metroid this year. I think.
I feel like with all the rumors, there wouldn't have been rumors of them announcing it back in December if there wasn't something.
And I think, but they may just be holding it until later. Like it's done.
I don't see why. I don't see why they would hold it. I feel like this is the prime
Pikmin 4.
time.
Pikmin 4 has been gathering dust for 4 years.
I feel like there was something that happened to Pikmin 4 though.
Yeah, they forgot where they left it in the closet.
No, but I feel like this is the prime time to sell a Metroid Prime Trilogy HD. Like this is when everybody's craving Metroid.
And so my problem with them announcing a 2D Metroid this year instead of a 3D Metroid is simply that we have the blowback of not getting a Prime game this year. We got a 2D Metroid not too long ago.
Right.
So I just feel like Metroid Prime fans have waited a really long time.
Mm-hmm.
We could wait another year for a 2D Metroid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean what I think doesn't really matter, right? What matters is like, oh, well, let's just do a 2D Metroid now because it's done, and have
Yes,
Prime
it
HD
matters
come
what
out.
Nintendo thinks, right?
Yeah. So, because the other point is like they could have announced Prime HD when they had the development update for Prime 4, right? They could have done that. They did. They could have done it earlier in the year. They could have. There was time. May was a good time to release Metroid Prime HD. They didn't do it. And it may be because it's just not in the cards. That could be why it hasn't been announced yet, because they just don't want it to come out this year because of the Prime 4 delay. But I'm still going to give it a 8.
I think they'll still announce it even if it is coming out next year.
Yeah, they could still do that. It's true. It could be an early.
They could.
2020
They
time.
could announce it. Yeah, they could.
They could double fill us with Metroid. They could give us a new 2D Metroid and Prime Trilogy HD. That'd be perfect. That'd make me super happy.
I mean, what if they pull a E3 2017? They could pull an E3 2017.
Double Metroid.
And double Metroid. The big 3D one, the Prime one, is announced during the Direct. The little one, the 2D one, is announced during the Treehouse. So they could. It's all.
I want to point out this 2D Metroid would be an HD Metroid still, right? This is not
True,
some
true,
3DS
true.
pixely 240p crap. This is.
Well,
this is
yeah,
gonna
no.
be
It's.
And
I
for the
know it
record,
wouldn't
Samus
be
Returns I think is
240p.
like the most beautiful
But-
3DS game, but this 2D Metroid would be gorgeous. And according to who was it? I'm trying to remember which person was leaking. Was it Virgin or was it Savvy? I'm not sure which leaker it was, but they were saying. No, I think it was Virgin. Metroid 5. This is new Metroid, maybe. Now he pointed out though. He said he knows it's in development. He didn't say that it was going to be announced at E3. So.
I did make that suggesting there could be 2 Metroid games at E3. That was before. It might have been before the rumors. It was before I knew of any rumors for it. So I'm gonna give a 2D Metroid a 4.
All right. I want to point out that we need 2 scores from each of you. I have an 8 for Prime HD, and I have a 7 for Metroid 5. What'd you say, Brandon? A 4?
Yeah. So I have 8 for Trilogy and 4 for 2D.
Okay. Bray, Kazoo, where are you guys at?
Oh, jeez. I don't know because the same with everything. Like, I have literally no idea. Like,
should we put you down for a 5?
Let's say maybe like a 6 for Prime Trilogy and a 3 for the 2D one.
Okay.
Okay.
The HD 2D one.
Okay.
Exactly, Conga Line Monkey 5.1.
5.1. Ray, where you at?
I'm gonna have to go with the bros this time, and I'll give Metroid Prime Trilogy an 8. And to the Metroid, I'll give it a frigging 4.
Yeah, boy.
All right.
Go.
Good boy.
Man, you guys are really on my side here. You guys all voted Prime
Hey, you're
HD.
all worried, but nah, bro.
Well, just because we all think Prime HD is more likely than 2D Metroid, it doesn't mean either is happening.
No.
We'll find out what really happens tomorrow. And by the way, guys, at the end of the discussion, I'm going to go over all the numbers again, and I may do a podcast tomorrow. I don't know if you guys have time, but once all this treehouse stuff is done, we may have the post discussion immediately tomorrow if you guys want to do that. We'll see what's available, I guess. But all right, let's move on to the next thing here. Xenoblade or a Monolith Soft game. Anything Monolith Soft.
7.
Yes.
Oh wait, anything Monolith Soft? 8.
Okay.
8.
I'm gonna go 6. Going with a 6.
I'm gonna go with a 7.
I actually predicted we'd see 2 Monolith Soft announcements in one of my videos. So
you're predicting 2, and you're putting only a 7 for
I put
anything.
an 8.
Oh, okay.
8.
I'm sorry. My bad.
I might put it for 9.
Good thing I
know.
double checked.
So, it doesn't have to be Xenoblade, right? It could be like
anything from Monolith Soft.
Well, we know they've worked on Breath of the Wild. We know they've done Xenoblade. Have they done anything else for Nintendo? That's what I don't know.
They're supposedly working on a new IP.
Oh.
So
There's they have like 5 different studios. So
How long, Brandon, how long have they been supposedly working on that?
it's at least August 2017.
Okay, so we that's almost 2 years, so I mean we could definitely be due to see their game. Oh, what about Town also?
Wait, Town is written down here. We're gonna get Town.
Okay.
In fact, we'll get into that after this.
Okay, yeah. No problem. I just random thought of it.
Yep.
But, yeah, anyway. I don't know, I would say the likelihood we see something from them, since it's been 2 years, I would maybe think it's, I don't know, maybe like a 7 we see something from them. I mean, it's not so cut and dry, because, you know, like, it's all up to Nintendo what they're gonna put in there, but
That's a good
it's like-
point by Doom Plays. Monolith is 100% there tomorrow, even if their name isn't on the screen, because they do a lot of background development help with a lot of Nintendo's games.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, like, for example, if Nintendo decided to tease the next Zelda, the next Breath of the Wild sequel tomorrow, Monolith Soft would technically have been at the E3 Direct, right?
Yeah, technically.
That's not part of my number, personally.
Now, I wasn't taking that into consideration either, but technically, you know, if they help to develop a game, they help to develop a game, right? But yeah, no, I'm thinking there's a chance we see either a new spin-off developed directly by them, or I don't think we see a new Xenoblade game. I think it's a new, like some other IP, whether it's a Zelda spin-off or a whole new thing that's medieval.
I think it's Xenoblade Chronicles X port for this year.
That's on
and
all
then
that.
Right.
Oh,
and
you think a port.
their
Okay,
new
maybe.
game coming out next year.
I'll scream if we see a Monolith Soft game tomorrow. No filter, for sure. I'll be.
The mic will peak.
I'll be like, it's Monolith Soft. I won't scream. It's Monolith.
It is Monolith Soft.
I would scream. It's not Xenoblade, but I'm still really happy. Yeah.
Monolith Soft is a great studio, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And that's true, Tommy Meadows. Monolith Soft worked a lot on Breath of the Wild. They really helped to build that landscape. Did a great job. Oh, if anyone puts an on screen compilation together, that'd be pretty cool. I'd watch it. Some bias.
Oh, what?
Big one for the two guys.
If someone made a Scream compilation of all my Screams.
Oh yeah, I know. I mean, that's kind of the dream, to be honest.
The Scream compilation.
That'd be pretty dope. So all right, so so I put 6. Brandy put 7. Ray put an 8. Kazooie put a 7.
No, I put 8.
Yeah, I said 8.
You said 7.
I swapped your positions. Oh, my bad.
Whoa, Andres,
man.
what's going on, bro?
Hey, this is literally the first time I've made a mistake. Probably not, actually. But, okay, 6, 8, 7, 7.
No, you actually, I don't know what game it was, but you actually gave Brandon a lower score on another game earlier.
We fixed it though. We could.
That's why I'm running it back. I'm telling you guys, like, we're going over the numbers multiple times here. It's good. See, it's very organized.
Wow, this is man, that looks like my office right now.
Yeah. So, do you guys think? Oh, I said we would talk about town. So, do we see town tomorrow?
Yes, 9.
Yes, I'll give it a 9 too. I'm with Brandon.
I would say we'll see town. We'll probably see town tomorrow because they announced it like 2 years ago, and I don't think we've seen very much of anything.
Last E3.
Like, I don't know.
It's had one trailer, and this is
Right.
before. I want to say, Pokemon Let's Go was revealed.
I thought it was E3 2018.
What for town? No, it wasn't a. It wasn't a direct.
It was before.
It was the same. It was the same. It was the
It might
same
have been-
direct that Animal Crossing got
Okay, so
revealed.
that was after Pokemon Let's Go.
Yep.
Yeah. So it was the September Nintendo Direct from last year then.
Oh, it was.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, everything is bleeding together.
Could have sworn that was at E3. Oh.
Luigi's Mansion 3, Town, and Animal Crossing. If they were all, that makes sense for them all to get blown out at the same presentation. If they were announced at the same presentation, that's interesting. It's an interesting connection. I think there's a pretty good chance to be shown off. I'm not as confident as you guys. I'm gonna give it a 7.
Okay.
Like it just because to me it seems like a smaller game. So it's not even so much that I doubt it could come out this year. It's just kind of like they could announce that thing like in a September Direct to come out like in October or something. You know. I'm not saying I'm giving it a 7, which means I more likely than not think it will be there tomorrow. I'm simply saying because it's a smaller game, it's a lower budget game. I don't think it needs as much of a hype cycle. I don't think it needs to be they may not want to risk putting it in with all this other stuff. Like I said, I think it's more likely we'll be there tomorrow, but I'm gonna go with 7.
Alright.
I agree with you.
So when you say you agree with me, it means you're also a 7 or are you higher?
Oh, no, I think it's an 8. But yeah, I don't think it needs that much time because it's lower budget. That's what I was agreeing with.
Okay. And for the record, guys, just when I say lower budget, I mean I don't think it's not gonna be a great game. I just mean it has lower budget, smaller team working on it. Like Game Freak is obviously their big thing is Pokemon Sword and Shield. The town is more like a side project, and of course they have multiple teams. But
yeah,
it's gonna be a lovely project to see, though. I'm kind of looking forward to it. So, and actually, I thought, Brandon, you brought up a good point, though, that looking at town would give us a kind of a decent idea of what to expect from Pokemon Sword and Shield. Because Pokemon Sword and Shield is awesome. So let's talk about that next.
Duo brings up a good point. Use their name recognition, like show it away from Pokemon Town, because to get Game Freak's name recognition.
That's a good point. Yeah, may be the
away
case.
from Pokemon. So
right, so either that it could be just announced or shown or blown out at a direct separate from this potentially. So, but let's talk about Pokemon now. What do you guys think about that direct last week?
It's great.
Great! Are you kidding me? How dare you insult greatness? That was incredible.
He literally said great, and then you called it greatness. But he's wrong for saying great.
I don't. Yep.
You called it incredible.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
His tone was not praiseworthy enough.
Semantics, am I right?
It was literally the second coming of Christ.
Oh my gosh.
That's a little bit better. I think you're a little bit closer to reality now. More grounded on what has to actually happening. Yep.
I think it was amazing though. Like I will admit that I was one of those that I was very skeptical about Pokemon, Sword and Shield the first time it got revealed, but this trailer really convinced me to get it. It really did.
Yeah, that open world, that interactivity with the Pokemon.
Dude, it felt like Breath of the Wild in some instances.
Actually, Duma pointed out when we were at the Kazoo podcast that the music they used some Breath of the Wild music in there.
Yeah.
You did?
Yeah.
Legend of Pokemon, Breath of the Wild area.
Oh man, we got a $2 donation from Mark Jacobs.
Yo.
Nice.
He's loving the stream and he is hyped for tomorrow. Thank you so much. I'm glad you're hyped for tomorrow and you're loving the stream. I am super hyped. I hope I can somehow sleep tonight. I don't know how it's gonna happen.
For real.
Yeah. But man, the Sword and Shield, it's just amazing. I was so hyped. But like as I was saying, Duma brought up that the music from Breath of the Wild, it's using the same tune in it, and even the cuts are like the Breath of the Wild trailer. And it's called Wild Area. The open world section is called Wild Area. Breath of the Wild. Like, there's a lot of connections here, and it just goes back to that. And this is me kind of showing off just a little bit, but it's relevant. So I made a Pokemon leak video saying a few months ago saying the Pokemon leak that I believe more than any other one, and it was the one going back to an old interview or an old podcast where they talked about someone hearing that Game Freak was inspired by Breath of the Wild and Super Mario Odyssey. And as it turns out,
they clearly were.
They clearly were. So, there you go.
That's pretty great.
Yeah.
That's cool. That's really cool.
Breath of the Wild is my favorite Switch game. This is going to be my favorite game of 2019, probably. Unless they announce Earthbound 64 HD remade, that would be a strong competitor.
Oh yeah, I remember you were in your community post today.
I was joking.
No, I know that was a joke, but
yeah, I brought that up.
But you did bring it up. You listed it.
I did. I'll bring up what I was joking about. So, the community post, I said, the last minute E3 2019 Nintendo Direct predictions. Earthbound 64 HD, Metroid Dread, Super Mario 128, Star Fox Grand Prix, Ocarina of Time Gaiden, Melee Remastered, Star Tropic Switch, and Man Icarus. As in
Man
not Kid
Icarus.
Icarus, Man Icarus.
Man Icarus.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, no, but seriously, like, I feel like, you know, I don't know. I don't know if you guys remember when Pokemon Let's Go was gonna come out. You guys did, you know, you did a podcast, Andres, and I was in it, and you asked me if I was interested in Pokemon. I told you that I wasn't very, very interested into Pokemon anymore, but I don't know. It feels like this game kind of woke that Pokemon spirit within me. I know it sounds friggin' dramatic, but I don't care. Yeah, like, and just when you think that Game Freak has created everything, you know, when it comes to Pokemon, then they show up the Kaiju Pokemons or the Dino evolutions, whatever they call them, and I think that's a pretty interesting touch.
Yeah.
Also.
Did you guys notice at the business conference they were talking about Godzilla the whole time?
Yep, I did notice that. And, you know, I've always said, you know, that Pokemon is one of those franchises that has barely evolved when you compare it to other franchises. But, you know, they always find a way to keep you know, to add more things to it. And yeah, man, like the Breath of the Wild feeling on it is just crazy. I didn't think the world was going to be that big like they show in that trailer. I was expecting it to be a little smaller, but when I saw that and I saw, you know, the grass, I saw, you know, your character exploring and all that, I was like, you know, the weather dynamic, you know, you know, that I was like, okay, they're going full power here. So
they're they're going all out. Like they're not. I was thinking they were gonna be really minimalist with it when they first showed the first. Like they hit a lot from. I'm surprised they even did that with the first trailer though. Like it's almost like they kind of shot themselves in the foot with the first trailer because people were thinking, oh, there's no roaming Pokemon. Like, oh, there's no open world segments. There's no camera control. They led us to believe that none of that was there.
And the camera.
Yeah, they totally did. They made it look a lot different. In that first trailer. However, what if? Actually, I don't know. There probably wouldn't have been enough time between now and then. I thought, what if they it wasn't that way to begin with, but then they got all that flack, and then they like put that stuff in. But that would probably be too complicated and not enough time in between trailer and direct.
And you know, one of the things that some people that I've actually talked to made fun of me is the fact that I reacted pretty hype when they announced that there will be like camera control, because they say, oh wow, it's a game that you control the camera. 1,000 more games have done it. It's an old thing, you know. That's nothing new.
But it's Pokemon.
It's Pokemon, dude, and that has never happened in any other Pokemon game. You have no control.
It was like when Link could jump.
Exactly.
No,
man.
it's even bigger than that. It's way bigger than that. Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
No.
Wanna know why? I'll explain why. Because Zelda has always been on the same tier, even with games where you can jump in, right? Pokemon has not been in the same tier with other games that you can control the camera with. Does that make sense? Right, like for example,
yeah, that does make sense.
Like Super Mario 64, Super Mario Odyssey, great Mario games that are considered some of the greatest Mario games of all time. You can jump in those games. Zelda the Zelda games are in just as high of esteem, but you can't jump in them, right? So when we finally give jump in Breath of the Wild, it wasn't like, oh my god, you can jump in Breath of the Wild. All of a sudden, Zelda's better than Mario. It was still Zelda and Mario, right? But Pokemon has always been kind of like, man, I'm not talking about quality because the game's always good, but it's more like scope, right, and what they're doing with it. Definitely. Pokemon's always been like down here. It's been a handheld thing, right? Versus Mario and Zelda have controllable cameras. So once they announced Pokemon has a controllable camera, it goes up here almost with Mario and Zelda, right? So it's a much bigger leap in terms of tiers, I would say, in terms of scope and what you can explore and see for a game that compared to the jump. You see,
Okay.
where I'm coming from, at least?
I
Yep.
understand.
I get what you're saying. I have to. Yeah. I think you're.
So
I think you're right on
it's just
that one.
We're finally getting a Pokemon game that. Now I'm gonna say, like, I want you guys to know this. I'm not saying Pokemon is gonna be as big as Super Mario Odyssey or Breath of the Wild in terms of, like, maybe Metacritic score, right? I still don't think it's gonna get like a 99 on Metacritic.
It never has. Pokemon never gets that high.
But it might hit like the low 90s. It may even get like a 94, 95. I don't know. But the point is that it's so much closer to Mario Odyssey and Zelda now. It's like it just that gap has, you know, and that's really exciting because I've wanted Pokemon for so long. That's why we've wanted it for so long. Well, think about all the years on the message boards screaming and crying for like an open world Pokemon or an MMO Pokemon or a third person adventure Pokemon. Now we're not at the MMO yet, right? But
I hope it never becomes MMO.
I think
It's
there's
like a spin-off.
I think there's a way to do the MMO right, but we'll save that for another discussion for another day.
Mm-hmm.
So obviously, I think we all agree Pokemon's gonna be at least at the treehouse. That's confirmed. So I'm just gonna assume everyone's putting a 10 for Pokemon.
If you're not
Yeah.
putting a 10, what?
What?
It's literally confirmed.
Yeah.
Well, but in the direct, I don't know why they would.
In the direct, ooh, that's different. Yes.
All right. So I'm gonna give you all 10s for Fire Emblem. I'm speeding through this now. So what do you guys think about Fire Emblem?
Ugh, Fire Emblem.
It's,
Fire Emblem.
We're already over 3 hours on the podcast, guys. So I don't know if
Fire
you guys.
Emblem
Are
don't
you
even
guys
get a
tired?
second.
Are you guys tired? Let me know.
I'm
We're
ready to end in like 15 minutes.
Okay, so we're gonna like speed things up then.
Lightning round.
Fire Emblem, a 10. We'll probably just see a minute of it though.
Right, and then
Yeah.
treehouse footage. Right. I agree.
Fire Emblem will be in the direct, but it won't. I don't think it's gonna get its own segment. I think it'll be in like a highlight reel of games.
Yeah, it's not gonna get that big of a focus. It's already
It
been going
doesn't
up.
need
Yeah,
any more
doesn't.
information.
Agreed. I really hated when they did that direct. They just talked about Fire Emblem like options and menus for like 10 minutes. That was so boring.
10 minutes.
And
Yeah,
I'm
it's
interested in the
I
game,
don't-
by the
I
way.
don't want. I do not need. I don't need to see this. Like.
Yeah. I don't.
Stop it with
I don't need
Fire
to see
Emblem.
that stuff was boring, and I think the game's cool. I'm gonna buy the game. I'm kind of hyped for it, but
Hmm.
I just those elements I don't need to see in a direct personally.
Oh really? Okay. Yeah. Well, I don't care about Fire Emblem. I'm not about that. I'm not about that Animu life. Okay.
Oh.
My heart just got broken again.
First of all, I played Fire Emblem before they started really getting in on the waifu stuff. Like I was a fan of Fire Emblem before that. I don't mind the waifu stuff though, so you know. But let's move on, right? Because we all agree Fire Emblem's gonna be there soon. We're gonna probably see some treehouse footage and small mention of the direct. All right, so we still got a few things. So, do we think there's gonna be any like sort of other Nintendo IP? Like, do you think we're gonna see Star Fox? Do you think we're gonna see Donkey Kong, F-Zero, Wave Race, anything like that? I'm hopeful that we see one of those games I just mentioned. I hope we see one of them.
Yeah, we might. I don't know. I could see all of those not being there, to be honest. Like,
I don't
know.
think so.
F-Zero.
Yes.
on literally any of those being shown, I'm at like a 3 or 4.
I'm just gonna call this the other Nintendo title section because there's too many that we can't. If we talk about each one, it would just we would need like 2 more hours.
Yeah. Pilot Wings Switch.
Yeah, so I would put Pilot Wings in that section as well.
Yeah.
Kid Icarus and Star Tropics, I guess technically would be in there too, but that would be insane.
Star Tropics. I've heard about that, like when people like talk about, you know, like forgotten Nintendo games, whatever. I've heard about like Star Tropics, but I've like never heard
Do you have
of
Nintendo
it
Online?
before, to be honest.
Do you have Nintendo Online on the Switch?
I do. Oh, is it
You can
on?
play it on there. Yep.
Oh, okay.
Yep. So, I'm putting a 5 for one of those games being announced. So I'm at a 50-50. I think there's a chance one of those games gets announced tomorrow.
Okay.
I'll give it a 5 too.
Okay.
I'm probably we're probably forgetting something. Like, can you just like spitfire off some more?
I'll just
other
other Nintendo games that have a chance to maybe mention, but there's no like evidence or rumors or anything like that. Star Fox, Donkey Kong Country, Pilot Wings, Star Tropics, Kid Icarus, F-Zero, Wave Race, Excite Truck, Excite Buck, the Excite series in general. It's like 10.
Excite anything.
There's also Punch Out. There's also.
What about this? Isn't Nintendo? But what about Castlevania?
What?
Well, they just announced the Castlevania collection. I don't think we're gonna see anything with Castlevania.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
True.
Odama, I guess that's not really an expected franchise to return. Is that even Nintendo? That might not even be Nintendo. Battalion Wars / Advanced Wars is another one.
Oh my god, please.
Yeah.
Please.
We do need it. Electroplankton.
Computer Robot says you secretly love the waifus in Fire Emblem.
Oh yeah, they're hot, of course. Like I haven't played Fire Emblem lately, but yeah, they're hot. Why? They're cool. Sure, there's nothing wrong with them.
Oh gee.
But yeah, I just listed like 15 like underused Nintendo franchises.
Yeah.
So, you know what game's gonna be there? Wonderful 101.
No.
Oh, you think a Wonderful 101 port will be there?
Yep.
5 on that.
I'll
Thomas
just
7.
Wow.
I'll just give it a 2.
Damn.
Oof.
I actually don't care about that game at all.
Not me.
Oh
either.
my god, Brandon and I are talking the same language.
Wonderful 101 literally did nothing for me. I played it once and I was like, this is boring. I don't know why people like this game. It's just not good.
I don't get it.
So I'll put everyone for 5 for other Nintendo titles.
Sure. That's fine.
Okay.
There's just too many to even like try.
I think there's a 50% chance we got at least one.
I feel like there are so many that there could be one. You know.
Oh
like...
man, Eternal Darkness. I would put Eternal Darkness as also maybe it's one of those things that can
Eternal Darkness.
But it's in there. It's in there as an option. Maybe anything's possible. Wonderful 101, Kazoo. Where are you at?
Wonderful 101. I mean, I could see it with all the Wii U ports they like to do. I could definitely see it. Like maybe like a 6.
Okay. Actually, I'm upgrading my 7 to an 8.
Wow, you're very confident. It's actually
I take it back. 9.
Oh my god.
I'll
Yeah,
see.
you got some inside source on this thing?
It's public
He's
information.
going crazy.
It's public information. Alright, so what we got left? Do you think we'll see a Mario Sports title?
5.
I'll give it a 5 too, but I wish we would see Mario Strikers. Oh my god.
Oh, love that.
game.
I don't think it's saying it's gonna be announced at a direct. I'm gonna give it a 3. Kazoo? I know I'm running through this, guys, because I'm trying to finish it up. There's still 2 really big ones that I know.
Sorry, did you say Wait, did you say Mario Strikers?
Any sort of Mario Sports title. We all prefer Strikers. We all know it's the best Mario Sports title. I know some of you like Sluggers, but Strikers.
I like Mario Tennis.
Oh, well, that already came out.
I know it did.
So, you're good. You're
Yeah.
lucky. I'm waiting
Yeah,
for
we're
Strikers.
good.
I would also like to see Sluggers, too. I really enjoyed Mario Baseball on GameCube.
Okay, well, yes. So I could definitely see them doing another Mario Sports game. Oh, Dumos is no on Mario Sports. It's Mario and Sonic at the Olympics.
I would count that. It has Mario and Sports in the title.
Okay, but
Well, not sports.
Nintendo, I think Nintendo counts it as that. Because I don't think they usually do it.
Let's just throw Mario and Sonic Olympics in there as a Mario Sports thing. In which case, I'll up my number to 4.
Well, they're gonna want to get it out before next summer.
Good point.
So they're gonna. They're not gonna reveal it.
All right, I'm updating it to a 5.
Oh,
But
okay.
I feel like I'm staying at a 3. I'm sticking to my guns. I think it's saying they'll announce at a direct, not E3.
Okay, you think that's a direct game?
Yeah, maybe like a
All
September
right.
or something.
Well.
Dumo says it's on the lanyard. It's on like Sonic and Mario and Sonic Olympic Games is on the E3 lanyard.
Is it?
That's what he said.
Oh,
So
damn
therefore it's a 10.
okay. Well, all right. God damn it. Putting it at.
If it's on the lanyard, then it's a 10.
I'm giving it a 9. I'm giving everyone 9s.
Still a 9, huh? Still a 9. Ever the skeptic. Oh,
No.
Duma posted it in my server. Oh.
Let me see.
Yep.
Do a screen share.
Yeah, it
or
is. He's correct.
Oh, it's in the that YouTube. Okay, let me check it out.
Are you in my server, Andre?
Which one?
The
Podcast one?
not the podcast one, the main one. I know you were at one point. I don't know if you.
I never left. I just don't know where everything is. There's like 20,000 servers for me.
Oh, okay.
This is why I don't join new servers, because then I can never find anything.
Well, I'll
Oh, damn it. Okay, I'm gonna screen share this real quick.
Okay. Oh yeah. I could have screen shared it. I'm
I
sorry.
got it. Oh, bad idea.
Wrong one.
I just realized you guys.
Mayday.
I just realized you guys can already see it on the
Abort.
stream. I take it back. You guys can see the stream already.
Could actually.
Yeah, I
Stream.
forgot. Brain farted.
Wait, what? Oh, but I could screen share, right?
It's already on. This is it.
Yeah, we can see the stream.
Huh?
It's already here. Damn
It's
it!
already what?
It's totally real. Yeah, it's a 10, guys.
10.
Damn
It's a 10.
I'll just consider that me being wrong. I was a 3. I'm taking the L. Yeah, I'm not gonna change my prediction. I picked a 3 and I'm wrong.
Here it is.
Yep.
It's on the screen.
All right. So, are you guys sticking to your guns, or are you also?
No, 10, obviously.
It's a 10.
All right,
It's a 10.
I'm staying with a 3, even though I clearly see the evidence.
You just don't want it to happen.
No. I'm accepting the L.
Ah.
That's what I'm doing. I'm sticking to my guns. I
You're
picked a
sticking to your
3,
guns, you're gonna take the L.
even though I made the prediction already without knowing about that. So I'm just gonna take the L on that. Ray, are you changing your score? Or are you sticking?
No, I mean a 10 at this point, right? Because
Okay. So I would put it 10 if I had seen that before I made my prediction.
I'll still say a 5 other than Sonic. Actually, no, I'll say like a 2 other than Sonic and Mario games.
Oh, right. That's true. Yeah.
Everything else is like a 2, because
Yeah.
if they're not, they're not going to show anything.
It's a 10 for everyone except for me. I'm taking the L, my friends. Okay, but it's definitely happening. That's pretty darn likely that we just saw the evidence of it. So, what about a Mario game that's not that? Like a Mario Odyssey DLC, Mario Odyssey 2, Super Mario Galaxy, a Sunshine HD, something like that. Like a Super Mario game.
Why is Mario Galaxy not a thing? I want it.
I'm going
so
to say 2.
I would literally cry. Oh my gosh.
A 2? Yeah, I think that's a pretty reasonable score.
I would literally cry if that happened. I would literally
Ray,
cry.
Kazoo, where do you guys stand
3.
on? Okay, 3 from right. Kazoo.
Okay, hear me out. What if they like drop a bomb and like it's Odyssey like DLC with like sunshine and stuff like
I would love
would
that.
say-
I'd be happy. You'd see a tear.
yeah.
It would
Yeah.
I would scream. I'd be really happy.
What?
I'd be really freaking happy. I've been wanting that for such a long time. It's been so
Frick
long. I
yeah.
don't believe it anymore though. I used to believe that was going to be a thing, and it just didn't happen.
I
So
know.
I'm
Just now.
I'm now thinking they're just working on Odyssey 2, and it's going to come out next year.
I wonder if they were like saving it, and then it just got to the point where they were like, no, we have so many new ideas. Let's just make a new game.
I think there's a chance they could reveal Odyssey 2 tomorrow. I don't think it's that likely, but I do think a new Super Mario game will, if it doesn't come out tomorrow, it will definitely be revealed next year.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna bet that there's a new Super Mario game coming out next year. I don't think it's gonna be shown off at this direct, but I think it's pretty close.
I don't feel like they're gonna show something Mario. I just really want Mario Galaxy 3.
I'm gonna give it a 4 though, because I do think if they wanted to show it off, they could.
I just want Mario Galaxy 3.
Yeah. They're not gonna show it off, but it is. They're almost done with it. I'm pretty sure.
What?
I think that they're deep. I'm just saying. I think that because there's been no serious Mario Odyssey DLC, they're just literally almost 2 years into the development cycle for the next Odyssey game.
The next Odyssey game.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Or even if it's Galaxy 3, it could be
yeah.
Galaxy 3 that uses some sort of hybrid Odyssey Galaxy engine or something. But they're building. What I believe is they're building up the Odyssey engine for the next Mario game. That's why we haven't seen any DLC for it, and it's coming out soon, just not this year soon.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I do like the idea.
But do you think we'll see anything for that tomorrow?
Oh.
What's your score?
I don't think so. I would say probably like a 3.
Putting you down for 17. I'm just kidding, putting for 3. Well, I'm actually more optimistic than you guys. Here's the reason I'm giving it a 4, because when we started the podcast earlier, I started saying Splatoon 3 and Banjo 3 were 3s. So my 3 is really unlikely, right? So 4 is like only slightly more likely than that. I feel like I'm just saying, like, Splatoon 3 and Banjo 3 are not happening, right? To me, that's a 3, right? 3 is not happening, but I put a 4 for Odyssey because I think it's more likely, or Mario games is more likely than those, but I still don't think it's happening. I just want to point that out, right? So I feel like my scaling is like slightly on it, even though it's 1 to 10. I feel like I'm more, when I think something's not happening, it's not gonna get a 1. Like, it might still get like a 2 or 3 from me.
Yeah.
But we got one more thing to talk about, and we talk about how I think Mario is gonna be shown off next year. There's another game I think is gonna be shown off next year, which is why I'm not predicting it for this year. But it's also something that might be shown off. There was someone that I am a friend with that implied that we would see something big for Zelda this year. So that's technically, I guess, insider information. Technically,
I want Bot W too. That would be pretty freaking sweet.
Mm-hmm. So, do you guys think we'll see a 3D Zelda shown off at E3 tomorrow?
3.
3. Okay.
2.
Okay.
I made a video on it, the possibility of it, but I did not predict it.
Okay. Kazoo?
Let's see. I think maybe.
I'm gonna give Zelda a 4, just like I gave Mario.
Okay.
I do not think it's happening tomorrow, but I already explained what my 4s actually are. It means I don't think it's happening, but I think if they want to show it off, they could, but they're not going to.
Yeah.
Because Breath of the Wild has been, they finished that early 2017. The DLC was done by the end of the year. They're working on the next Zelda game.
Yeah. What has the team been working on, right?
I think it should be revealed next year.
Sounds like a Game Awards thing to Dumo. Yeah,
oh my God. What? Did they reveal the next Zelda at the Game Awards? I'm screaming just thinking about. Holy crap! But what if they did? Zelda's like one game they could be like, yo, we'll announce this 3 years in advance. You guys are still gonna buy the heck out of it. So like 1 year, That's okay. December to November, that's okay. I'm okay with that. Oh, but even better if it was November to October, because Pokemon's will come out in November probably anyway. The Diamond Pearl remakes. I'm not sure that's actually happening, by the way.
What?
I'll give it. Yeah.
I was ready to say what.
People have been wanting Diamond Pearl remakes for a really long time. So,
I think the originals were alright.
yeah. I think it might be time for a Pokemon company to take a 1-year break next year.
Yeah.
They haven't taken a break in so long. So like, obviously this year it's at Sword and Shield. Last year was Let's Go. The year before that was Ultra Sun and Moon. Before that, 2016 was Sun and Moon, and then 2015, I want to say it was Oris. Omega Ruby Alpha
Was
Sapphire.
it? Was it Oros? Yeah, I think you're right.
I want to double check.
Actually, no, I think that was 2014.
Yeah, it might be. I just want to check.
Yeah, because everybody in my class at the time was.
Yeah, it came out 2014. So, there was a 1-year break, right before Pokemon Sun and Moon. So from 2015, 2016, 2017, 2018, 2019, that's 5 years in a row.
Oof.
No. I'm sorry, you got that wrong. 4 years in a row. 2016,
4 years in a row.
2017,
16, 17, 18, 19.
Yeah, 4 years in a row.
Okay.
So I think it's about time they take a 1-year break, especially because their games are getting bigger. And maybe Zelda comes out November next year. And maybe Mario comes out like summer or... Oh, we're oh god, we're getting crazy here. So, for Zelda, you're 3 or 4, Kazoo?
For Zelda, let's go with 3.
Okay. So,
Just for the lulz.
we got a big list here, my friends. We got a big list here.
Yeah, we do.
Alright, so guys in the chat, if you have any final questions or topics you want us to bring up, add us, and we'll get to it once I read this off. There's a lot. So, SMT5, I was a 6, Brandon was a 4, Ray, you were 7, Kazoo, you were 5. A Mollisoft Xenoblade or Xenoblade game, well, same difference. I was a 6, Brandon, you were an 8, Ray, you were 7, Kazoo, you were 7. For Mario, I'm a 4, like a Super Mario game, like a 3D Super Mario game. I'm a 4, Brandon, you were 2, Ray, you were 3, Kazoo, you were 3. A Mario Sports title, even though we got confirmation, basically Mario Sonic and Olympics is going to be announced tomorrow. I put a 3, which is wrong. And you guys all put 10s. For Pokemon, obviously all 10s, it's already confirmed. We didn't talk about these third-party games. What do you guys think about seeing Witcher 3, Dark Souls, Persona 5, or Overwatch?
Witcher 3 has been heavily teased.
I'm probably gonna give it an 8.
Same. 8.
For any of those, or just Witcher?
They'll probably just show like a small showcase of third parties,
Yeah.
Like a little sizzle reel.
Mine's for like new, and obviously it's 10 for third parties in general, but for new announcements, 8.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll just put 8 for everyone because we're on a time crunch. Okay, so Town, I put a 7. Brand, you're a 9. Ray, you're a 9. Kazoo, you're an 8. For Zelda, I put 4. Brand, you put 3. Ray, you put 2. Kazoo, you put 3. Luigi's Mansion, obviously all 10s. Animal Crossing, it's all 10s. Fire Emblem's all 10s. Pikmin, I put a 10. Brandon put a 10. Ray put an 8. Kazoo put a 10. It's going to be interesting to see how that turns out.
Yeah.
For all of the main Nintendo titles that are underused, like Star Fox, Donkey Kong, Kid Icarus, things of that nature, we all put 5s. I think it's a 50-50. Monster Hunter, Ground Up for Switch, I put 5. Brandon put 3. Ray put 7. Kazoo put 5. For Banjo-Kazooie tomorrow, in Smash Brothers, I put a 9. Brandon put a 9. Ray put a 5. Kazoo put a 7. For Rare Replay, I put a 7. Brandon put a 7. Ray put an 8. Kazoo put a 7. For Ori, I put a 7. And the rest of you guys put 9s. Where are we now? Damn it, my chicken scratch is getting hard to read. So, Master Chief Collection, I put a 4. Brendan put a 5. Ray put a -15. And Kazoo, you put a 2.
A 2? I put a 2?
You did. You put a 2.
Okay, good.
For the Bravely series, I put a 5. Brandon put a 5. Ray, you put a 0. Kazoo, you put a 5. For Splatoon 3, I put a 3. Brandon put a 1. Ray and Kazoo, you both put 0. For Banjo 3, I put 3. Brandon put 3. Ray, you put -10. Kazoo, you put 0. For
Dang, I should have put 3.
Marvel Ultimate Alliance, we all put 10s. Oh, we skipped something. Platinum Games. Obviously Astral Chain, but what about Bayonetta 3?
Bayonetta 3.
2.
Hashtag no Bayonati.
2. There. Oh wait, no. I actually am 9. 9 on a trailer, but it's not gonna come out this year.
That's a big swing, Brandon. 2 to 9.
I forgot that I thought there was gonna be a trailer, but it's not coming out this year.
So
I'm tired.
So 9?
Yes, 9.
Okay, Kazoo, you're saying 0?
No, I'm not saying 0. I'm just saying no Bayonati.
Okay. I'm saying 5. I think there's a 50% chance we see a teaser for Bayonetta 3.
I think we're gonna see a teaser for Bayonetta 3. I do. It's been too long since they've shown anything Bayonetta 3 related, right? Like, so I would say it's probably a solid maybe.
What is a maybe in number form?
A solid 8.
Oh
Okay.
God, I was gonna guess 5. All right.
Okay, that's not really. Yeah, that's not really a maybe. That's more like a
Probably.
probably almost definitely.
Okay.
Like an almost.
Ray, how are you feeling about Bayonetta 3 getting some sort of tease tomorrow?
7.
Okay.
Okay.
And for the record, a tease can go be as much as them saying, "Hey, Bayonetta 3 is going really well." So
Yeah.
just saying. All right, cool. So that's where we're at with that. Resident Evil 2 remake. I put 3. Brandy put 3. Ray put 4. Kazoo, you put 7.
For which remake?
Resident Evil 2 remake.
Oh, Resident.
For some sort of Mother Earthbound or Mother 3 localization announcement, I put a 5. Brandon put a 3, which you were at a 1. We multiplied your expectations by 3. Ray, you're at a 5. Kazoo, you're at a 1. Prime Trilogy HD, I'm at an 8. Brandon, you're at an 8. Ray, you're at an 8. Kazoo, you're at a 6. For Metroid 5 or a 2D Metroid, I'm at a 7. Brandon, you're at a 4. Ray, you're at a 4. Kazoo, you're at a 3. For Wonderful 101 tomorrow, I'm at a 9. Brandon, you're at a 5. Ray, you're at a 2. Kazoo, you're at a 6. I put Tree here. What is Tree?
Treehouse.
Oh,
Town?
right. No. I put Tree. So, Treehouse. New game at Treehouse.
Oh, your game at
I put 2. Brandy put 3. Ray, you put 6. Kazoo, you put 4. To see a new IP developed by Nintendo tomorrow, period. I put an 8. Brandon put an 8. Ray put an 11. And Kazoo put an 8. And then for Ghost Trick Collection, I put a 1. Brandon put a 0. Ray put a 0. Kazoo put a very solid and highly confident 10.
So solid, so confident.
So that's everything, and we will be going back to this tomorrow. I don't know, Kazoo, Ray, I don't know if you guys can make it tomorrow after all the streams, but if you can, we can follow this up. Or maybe we'll save it till next week to go back to the scores. Whenever you guys are available, we'll talk about it later. But we will be going over this, and we will see how badly we get this all wrong. So,
Or we're all gods and we can see the future.
Yes.
Oof.
Yes. If I get Banjo-Kazooie,
Well, some of
I'll
us
be alright.
had very conflicting predictions, so we can't all be.
It's true. Can't all be the best.
So,
Like no one ever was.
Dumo Plays added me, so I think we see more than Minecraft Dungeons from Microsoft. Yeah, I do.
Yeah, for sure.
And that would even could be as simple as just saying, the Banjo thing, right? But maybe Rare Replay, maybe Game Pass. I think those are options. Or Ori, right? Oh, Mario and Rabbids 2. No, it's too many. It's too many. I'm sorry, guys. I think we're a year away.
Yeah.
Mario Rabbids 2, like, are they even gonna come out with a sequel of that game? Like, I don't know.
I think it might. I just don't think it's gonna come out yet.
I mean, I guess it's possible.
Maybe
but
before
like,
it's actually at the direction tomorrow. Time Metal
Like-
is saying, Kazooie, you're gonna be the only one who's 100% right.
that's because Tommy's just a big fan of the kazoo.
Zachary Brenner saying, you think we'll see the bug Pokemon tomorrow? If you mean that fake dragon bug, it's fake. So yeah, it's been, the creators literally showed a whole video of how they made it and everything. It's fake, and now that we have seen more Pokemon Sword and Shield, I feel like it's more obvious that it's fake. But yeah, it's fake. Like everything about it. Like if you know the UI is wrong, the textures, there's a lot. But it was pretty good when it was a really good job. Like
it was real when we first looked at it. We were like, nah.
we did a debug. We looked at it. We saw that it was using the Let's Go UI. The camera ratio was off. The resolution was off. There's a lot of little things we pointed out. Or you just mean the Route 1 Pokemon? Oh, okay, you don't mean that bug. All right, we went on a tangent on that. There's got to be some bug Pokemon. You know, I think we will actually, Zachary. I think during the Treehouse, we're gonna play the beginning of the game and we're gonna see some of the earlier Pokemon.
Yeah, they did that for Sun and Moon.
Yeah, so we're gonna learn more about a few more new Pokemon in the earlier part of the game.
Now, for what are they gonna do for Animal Crossing? Do you think?
We're gonna see more Pokemon in Animal Crossing too.
More Pokemon in Animal Crossing?
Yes.
Yes.
Sure.
No. No. I mean, like, do you think that, like, are they? So we'll probably see some new features in Animal Crossing. I would think some new features of other, like, you know, new features that obviously have not been features before. So I wonder if like they're probably gonna like show it in the direct, right? Like show like little things, like little bits of it in the direct, like oh look, you can do this, and this, and then it's like in the treehouse they go more in depth on it, right? That's how it usually works, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think they're gonna go in depth. We're gonna learn a lot about Animal Crossing tomorrow. Animal Crossing will rejoice.
Yes.
Animal Crossing hype.
Cool. Cool. Alright,
Nintendo is lazy. I don't think so.
You're lazy, Apatelli.
Your mom is lazy.
Your mother is lazy.
Oh my gosh.
Alright, cool. So, I think we've reached a healthy part to the podcast. This has been not a 4-hour stream, but we're running on that.
Almost 4 hours.
Oh, wait. There is one more thing we gotta talk about. Thank you, Solemn High. Ray, you thought you tricked me out of this, but you didn't, my friend. We're gonna talk about Nintendo Land.
Oh my god.
Or
Yeah.
not.
Andres, you just pulled a Nintendo. You just pulled a Nintendo with that whole.
Right.
But wait, there's one more thing.
One more thing. So.
The outro.
So Retro Studios, right? I'm gonna have it as two separate scores: Retro Studios and Nintendo Land 2. You guys don't have to believe my theory, right? It's the theory until proven right, obviously.
I believe it.
You think it's Nintendo Land 2?
I believe it.
All right. So first, Retro Studios game appearing at all. Do you guys think it's happening?
8.
I'm gonna put an 8. Yeah.
8.
9.
9. Kazoo. You think we're gonna see a Retro Studios game tomorrow, be it Nintendo Land or not?
The question is, will we see it?
Right. Because I think it's real. I just don't know if we'll see it.
I think yeah. That's what I think as well. So I'm feeling like the way I'm feeling right now is that oh man. I I feel like they usually reveal retro stuff at E3. I don't. I feel like they.
Big. Retro's big.
Right,
They're hyped.
retro is big.
Although yeah, Cranky Kong was revealed at Game Awards, not Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze. So that's the difference. Like
Yeah,
so,
just Cranky Kong.
Yeah.
Cranky
Yeah.
Kong.
So on countdown to 5, give me a number, Kazoo. 5, 4, 3 for just Retro
Wait,
Studios.
wait. For
just Retro
Nintendo
Studios showing.
Land.
No, just for Retro Studios.
Oh, for Retro Studios showing up, I think we're sitting at about a 9 on that one.
Okay.
That makes sense to me. That makes sense to me.
Okay. So how do you guys feel about Nintendo Land 2 being the Retro Studios game?
4.
Okay. Ray Kazoo.
-50. -50.
You would say that, right? You would say that. I would say for that being the Retro Studios game, I would set that at about a 7 or maybe an 8. I don't know. It seems to make a lot of sense, Andres.
Okay. So I was mentioning someone, but Ray, you said negative a lot.
-50, I think.
No. Negative a lot? No. You need to write it down. -50.
Okay, -50. And Kazoo, you said what?
8.
8? Okay.
8.
Okay. Brandon, I think I missed yours.
4.
Why do you think it's 4?
Because you have to impact the fact that if they're going to show anything off at all,
Right.
and then
I mean,
No, we're not saying show anything off. We're saying
well, the
Wait.
thing is,
No,
the likelihood of Retro Studios showing up, right, is more likely than Retro Studios game being Nintendo Land 2.
right.
Well, not necessarily. I get the point though. That a Retro Studios game showing up, right? Nintendo Land 2 being at the Direct tomorrow would be a Retro Studios game showing up. So the first thing that needs to happen is Retro Studios games showing up. So that's
Right.
automatically more likely than Nintendo Land 2 showing up. So
Right.
our scores for that, like if you stick to it, like at the very best, your score has to match, right? It can't be higher. Like your Nintendo Land score can't be higher than your Retro Studios score.
Right.
And that's held through with yours. All of you guys are lower than your Retro Studios score. Yours is still pretty high though. You only went down 1 point.
Yeah, mine is pretty high.
I'm gonna say 6. And
how
even,
did I know? I knew you were going to say 6.
I went down from 8 to 6. So that's I feel like that's pretty reasonable. You know.
No, that's
it's just one of those things where like I said, I think in my video when I said, "Oh, I'm fairly convinced," I put like a disclaimer, fairly convinced in my head is 50%, right? So, just bear that in mind. Because you never know with Nintendo, even when something makes sense and seems super obvious, it might not be. So
Yeah, no, exactly. Cause they're the kings of left field.
Yeah.
Absolutely. But, I have a video on my channel. I talk about why I think Monita is a character in the Reggie picture. And because I think it's Monita, I think Retro Studios is working on Nintendo Land 2. But, even if it is Monita, and it might not be, but I think it is, that doesn't mean Retro Studios has made Nintendo Land 2. Like, that is
true.
That's a mental jump. It's not 100% confirm that. So we should keep that in mind. But if it happens, you may have heard it here first, right? So there you go.
Not really though.
But
really,
we'll see. We're gonna find out tomorrow. So that's it, guys. I think we're.
Do you guys know that Monita is a Spanish word? Monita.
Yeah, for a female monkey.
Oh, I didn't even realize
What?
I speak Spanish. I just thought Moinita was like a play on monitor, like monitor.
No, it definitely is a play on the word monitor, but yeah, I guess it's like with an accent on the O. I just because I just looked it up right now. I just Googled it, but yeah, so apparently it's a Spanish word that means artfulness. So there you go. I don't know if any of you speak Spanish.
I'm Cuban.
Yeah, I'm Spanish.
Yeah. Well, my family's Cuban. I'm very American, but I can speak it
Nice.
a little.
I only speak English.
I don't know if this is the longest stream I've ever done, but it's definitely really up there. We haven't had any streams this long in a while, but we're talking about... This is the eve of the Nintendo Direct, my friends!
The eve of the Nintendo Direct, it's exciting!
4 hours into the cast and I'm still streaming. Just think about that. So, yeah, I think I'm gonna let you guys go now. But tomorrow in the morning-ish, we will be streaming the Direct. And if there's time, there will be a post-stream discussion. Of course, there will be videos. Check everyone out. I did not have a chance to put Ray's link to his channel in the description because I didn't expect him today. But his channel, his name's right there. You see the Podcast Dojo. You can search that up, find his channel, right? He also has another channel called Nerdy Cabana. You can check that out as well. Do you want to plug yourself even more, Ray?
So that is you. I was wondering because I follow someone called Ray Cabana on Twitter, and I didn't know that was.
Yeah, that was.
I thought it was, but I wasn't sure.
I'm Batman.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I wish I was Batman for sure.
I am Batman.
Yeah.
Nice.
Any other plugs you want to do for yourself, Ray?
No, man, you did it all for me. Thank you very much. You saved me some work right there. That's why I love you so much, man. You know.
I like talking. I like talking. And of course, we have the Yellow Kazoo. The link to her channel is in the description below. You can check her out as well. She will be covering E3 as well. Are you gonna be streaming that?
Yeah. Oh yeah. You know I'm gonna be streaming it tomorrow. Yeah. I have to make sure everything is set up for that. But yes, I will be streaming E3, Nintendo's E3 tomorrow. It's gonna be super hype, and I'm really
100%.
excited.
100%.
What?
Absolutely. Yeah, I'm right there with you.
100% hype.
Absolutely. And
But
Brandon?
yeah, I'm
No,
on.
Go on, Kazoo.
Huh?
Sorry, I cut you off. Go.
Oh, yeah, it's okay. I'm on YouTube. I'm on Twitter. I'm also on Twitch. I'm also on DLive. And yeah. But anyway, so yeah, I can link my Twitter if you want me to. I mean, it's just at the Yellow Kazoo. But yeah,
They can find your Twitter through your YouTube channel, right?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, and we all follow each other on Twitter as well. So if you're following one of us, you can find everyone else as well. So following us on Twitter would be cool too.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Indeed.
And then Brandon,
Yeah.
what about Nintendo? My partner in crime, destroyer of worlds, breaker of chains, not the mother of dragons, but that's alright.
Yes.
Oh, that's okay. We don't have to talk about that now. We could talk about the Game of Thrones thing later.
What?
Right. But I will be live streaming not only the Direct tomorrow, but also all of the Treehouse, and all the Treehouse Wednesday, and all of the Treehouse Thursday. So if you guys are big on Treehouse, come hang out. Come, we'll have a great time.
It's gonna be good. It's gonna be hype. And when Steve from Minecraft is announced tomorrow,
We will all die.
it's gonna be really, really interesting seeing all the blowback. But it's
We
gonna
will
be
all die
Banjo-Kazooie!
in turn.
Oh my god, can you imagine what's gonna happen if it's Steve from Minecraft instead tomorrow? Can you
Yeah, you'll
imagine
heart
the blow?
attack.
I don't even want to think about it. Stop.
There's gonna be so much trash talking and hate and dislikes and screaming and harass. It's gonna be toxic. It's gonna be, you guys know it's gonna be toxic. Like, think about this. Like, Game Explain saying it's me Banjo, right? Vergebrand saying it's me Banjo. Reset Era saying it's me Banjo. Twitter,
Yeah.
like everywhere's saying Banjo. And when it's Minecraft Steve tomorrow, people are gonna, myself included.
Everyone explodes. I would be like,
I would never spread hatred towards
no.
anyone. But that would be mind blowing in the opposite direction for me.
I would be screaming and not for joy.
Ray's just gonna be
Mind
smiling
blowing in a bad way.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna
I
be
mean,
like,
In a very
I'm gonna
I-
be in the background. Nah, I'm joking.
you're the Joker. You're not Batman. You're the Joker. Yeah.
Oh, man.
But regardless, because Nintendo, I'm gonna be excited, guys. I'm gonna be excited. So we'll see y'all tomorrow.
All right, man.
Yay.
All right. Good night, guys.
Good night, everybody.
Hey, if you want, I don't know if you want to do a raid, but I do have a raid target if you would like.
Oh yeah, if you guys want to raid, looking for someone to raid. Let's get a raid target over here.
All right, let's get it over here. All right, I'll just copy and paste in the chat. Is that fine?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, cool. It's Nintendo Direct.
All right.
He's pretty awesome. He's a nice family-friendly channel. He's great. He's playing some RPG. Late night RPGs, Dragon Quest 11.
Nice.
Should we just hashtag on Andres restart raid?
I'm not used to this rating.
On-
Wait, Nintendo has 254,000 subscribers?
No.
Oh, 1.2 thousand.
No,
Okay.
no. Not Nintendo. It's Nintendo Direct.
Oh, Nintendo Direct.
No. He has like 1,200 subs. Yes, he is a Kazoo regular. Yes, this is true, Tommy.
I found him.
Yeah. Okay, so we are doing Andres restart raid. Okay, cool.
What about Nintendo? Hashtag Andres Restart Raid. Whoa! Andres Raid. What's up, homie? Thank you so much. Hopefully I win this thing. Let's not speak too soon.
I don't know if this is a hashtag raid
We're
thing.
gonna be smart
but
here.
Go
We're gonna
check
use
them out,
more
guys.
heal. We're gonna use more heal.
Hashtag Andres
Because I'm
restart
not-
raid.
Alright.
Sword stance.
Good night, everyone. We'll see you tomorrow. Alright, take care.
Bye, everyone.
We saw
Thanks so much again for having me, Andre.
Always.